What is it with you? No, you're right, yeah. Yeah, he went to the same high school as me, actually.
I'm glad we talked about
I'm
this.
I don't know. Short, chunky, really long mullet.
Oh, yeah.
Really mullet. Go, Adam. Go, Adam. Good winch. Yes, Hokey. Go again, Hokey. Good. Go again, Hokey, lad. Go again, Hokey. Oh, fuck. Get up! Yes, that's better! Oh, you've got nowhere to go, I'm telling you now. That's good, keep it going! Yes! Here we go. Up, 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 up. Who's coming? Billy!
I swear I could hear a whistle and then nothing happened.
Yeah, look at it. Like, it must be netball.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, who's there? Adam can't bloody take on three. Go ball! Stay with him! Good up. Keep the pressure up! Good! Good, so. I think it's nearly done. I don't care. Can we just? Oh, I think it's been done for like at least. Are you guys watching that? Oh, depends on my phone. Yeah. No. What kind of Who's that? I know. She says this every year though. All you can do is just come out to the training. You really love it. I know, you made it's so much better than netball. But the thing is, I'm very good at netball. Well, yeah. Yeah. You were. No, Bree, do you know what? You should take a year off footy then, play footy, and then your fucking club will actually realise how good you are and miss you. I know. Because they're not. No, I'm going to play both. I played for a year off and then go back and then I was like, oh, I think I'd play both. Yeah, I've played both. Yeah, I think I'd play both. Yeah, but you also fucking got really bad at shins. Yeah, but I've never had it. That's weird. That was weird. That was jig. Yeah. We're out of here so much. Same so funny. Yeah, we're going to game better. I was on my body. Netball's so like yeah, oh my god, I find netball so hard on your joints, isn't it? Oh, absolutely. I was playing mixed netball, and I had a worse shit. So bad, you my shins. My shins were so bad. It is a bad. You played so well. What, netball? You were like, I don't know what to do with my body doesn't work. I really do want to play netball. Yeah, Danny, are you going to do the team? Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I'll do it. Like, well, you do the team, but I'll play. Later on, how to do the thing. What, is this mixed? No, it's just girls. Trying to get confirmation. I feel like you have to apply for it. Is it mixed or girls? I think it's, I don't know. What's this for? Absolutely. No, this is different. This is normal. This is summer netball. This is a whole season. I'm just waiting to hear that. But mixed netball's fun. Oh, we do it all year round. dog. Yes. Oh, he actually paid it. Oh my God. That's a mark, pay that.
Don't worry, guys. Oh, fair. That's just for me. Who the fuck?
Me and Sophie, and we saw.
Are they actually coming?
So says where were we? Never went to both. Yeah, but it's. She was like shifty and like wouldn't talk to us at all. Like, how you going? She was like, so what, you didn't like have like a conversation like it was just no, but says where were we when they were getting really shitty?
At the club that night.
Take off your grand final shirt. Oh, for fuck's sake.
With her shirt on and her medal.
And she's like, can we talk?
And I was like, if we have to. And then she's like, literally, as we about to start this conversation, she takes off her medal and puts it on. And I was like, yes.
She's like, this isn't mine. No, she's like, it's not mine, it's my mum's. I was like, I know. But she was wearing it, and she was wearing it. Like, that makes me sick.
And they can show up so they're like,
No, and this is what I was saying. Like, I think what Shari did, like giving them to Marley and Grace, was really good. But I also think there were other people who were really important to our day who didn't get one.
yeah. Did Ralph even get one?
Rachel.
Long intro, bring in the sponsors. Welcome to today's live stream broadcast, coming to you from Freeling Oval today, second semi-final day of the Light and Gawler. Joining me in commentary, I've got the voice of Tanunda football, Dan Eggleton. Dan, how are you?
Fantastic, Mike. It's great to be here. It's a slightly breezy but very, very fast track at Freeling. And I don't know what they call this. Is it next to the farm centre, sponsored by Arns's and Johnson's, and magnificent day for playing football. And two teams here that we expect to play hard, fast and fair footy.
Perfect day for football. Still room at the ground if you want to come down. If you're in the area, you've got nothing to do, get off the couch, come down and watch your local footy. Be part of it.
Absolutely. It's the level of the games here that we're seeing are state's best, I believe, as far as country leagues go. But we're enjoying community football and hopeful to see an outstanding exhibition.
Yes, I'm looking forward to a really high quality game of football. I think this could be the best game of football we see during the finals campaign.
Well, I think it has all the hallmarks. You know, both sides have played each other twice. They're one each at their own home grounds. Tanunda getting pipped by a few goals in the boggy conditions mid-year at Willaston. More suited to bog snorkeling than playing football, but certainly I think this ground should really suit the fast pace of both sides.
No.
So yes, but we'd like to shout out to our sponsors here that do a great job, really supporting the broadcast. And that's
they're actually the BL&G sponsors.
The BL&G sponsors and the South Australian footballer. But yeah, we've got Sharon, we've got A. Stiller Coopers, we've got Belgravia, and the Injury Hub. Who else have we got there, Mike?
West End, Gawler Caravan Park, Central Districts Football Club, of course, Maxi Plus, the Vine Inn at Nuripa, and of course Birds Barossa, who have been magnificent major sponsors of the BL&G for a long period of time.
Absolutely.
They've helped build the BL&G into what it is.
It's uplifted the professionalism in the league, which has been fantastic. So we thank all of those sponsors, really important.
And club sponsors in particular are too many to mention for all the clubs in the BL&G, but they are the lifeblood of sport.
Without a doubt, and if you look around the Oval today and you'll see it on the broadcast, support all those local businesses from around here at Freeling, but every one of our home grounds is well supported, and those clubs, it's vital to keep the volunteer basis of each of our clubs going and offer the product that we offer up, which is the greatest sport on the planet, Australian rules football.
It is fantastic, and I'm just excited for this game. I can't wait to see this really good players going head to head. You've got ex-AFL footballer Sam Colquhoun, the best player in the competition, going up against former league superstar Justin Hoskin, head-to-head. I think that's going to be a great clash.
Absolutely, and star-studded lineups on both of them with, not just their SANFL experience, but there are on both sides AFL listed or at least recruited players and people that have played at the highest level. You got the skipper at Willaston, Tyson Earlham's an absolute jet. So we're looking forward to high quality. And I think the Tanunda side, to speak of my old mob, the Tanunda side is ravaged a little by absenteeism through work and other commitments and injury. But it's great to see the former Port Adelaide star in Jake Sutcliffe back after a hamstring. But unfortunately, we do see swapping with him in injury was Luke Snowden, and we've had a late out with Isaac Feltus not available through injury, and Shay Linky not available because he's absent.
That's a good way of putting that.
That is the best way, I think.
And
I'd like to be where he is at the moment, but
we also have Jackson Doherty missing through a surprise suspension for Tanunda. Really touchy situation.
It is a touchy situation. Let's look at Willaston before we embark upon the deeper discussion here. They look relatively unchanged, and looking at them warming up, they're sharp, they're primed.
They are sharp. Only Heath Growden out of the team. A light upper hamstring injury Tuesday night, costing him his place in the team. Wingman in the BL&G Team of the Year, an absolutely electric player who would have thrived in these conditions today.
Absolutely, and I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, but a little westerly is starting to pick up. It's swinging between the west and coming from the south, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out today. But intermittent cloud, I think 21 or 22 degrees, and absolutely beautiful.
Absolutely magnificent conditions. And Freeling putting on a lot of great hospitality here today. Steak sandwiches here are next level good. So if you
even
want
up to your third?
I only had two.
Only two today?
Only two. I'm a little off today.
You'll have a couple at half time, surely?
I'm thinking about it.
We'll see how we go.
I might leave you solo at half time.
No, indeed, but well, mate, the news of the last week and a half or 2 weeks up here has been young Jackson Doherty, who's had an outstanding year for Tanunda in the black and white, probably his breakout senior year.
Absolutely, I'll endorse that.
Has polled in the club's best players in 14 of the 16 rounds, and was just playing a great inside half-back sort of swing half-forward role, and not a pleasant on-field incident, but certainly nothing that was in the realms of malicious or nasty. Has seen him cited under some I suppose unique circumstances, and not to speak out of school, but as a football supporter, it highlights where football in Australia is at, where the authorities and the people that run the game are in a really I suppose it's a very difficult position in terms of how you adjudicate such incidents, how it's brought to attention, and it brings into question, I suppose, processes across our national game, and we do seem to have a multitude of different interpretations, and I think it's a real issue. I've been vocal in wanting to have a national standard that is meaningful, and unfortunately the national body is ploughing ahead with a range of processes that directly affect in various ways down the channel into community and grassroots football. And unfortunately, it isn't a one-size-fits-all methodology at any stage, but there have to be some ground rules that we follow, and we end up seeing a young fellow that's going to miss out on a final series after an outstanding campaign, and we've seen a boy go to hospital for what is essentially a football incident.
And no one likes to see that, but
not at all.
Again, we need to know what the process is before we go into these situations, and that's the confusion that I think the football community are feeling at the moment.
There is a lot of emotion out there. There's a lot of anger. The lack of certainty, the lack of process. What was meant to happen, what did happen, who was meant to bring it to bear and create the awareness and make a decision. And like anything, the earlier the better. But unfortunately, Teeks, we're getting one of those situations where unfortunately we're it's very difficult for us to get a satisfactory result.
Yes, absolutely. Now, put your Tanunda cap back on, which you never take off anyway. Who's the game breaker for Tanunda today?
I expect Campbell Wildman to really drive the ball off the half back and down the wing. He's been having a really outstanding season this year in pushing the ball fast, and great link up work deep into the forward line. And if Campbell Wildman gets off the leash here, this could be a really outstanding game. Obviously, we've got Sam Cahoon, and there's a couple of young blokes too. Tom Hahn is hard, and he's in and under. But I reckon Campbell Wildman, who did, I believe, miss the last game against Willaston, could be a difference on this ground in these conditions. And what do you think for Willaston, mate? Who are you looking for?
For Willaston, Deacon Davis has had a sensational season, a real breakout year. I've been waiting for that from him for a few years now. He's shown flashes, but this year consistently he is turning games. And I think he is a player who can deliver a knockout blow. But of course, Josh Waldhuder.
We're not wanting to see any of that sort of thing.
In terms of the result.
Absolutely.
But Josh Waldhuder, 36 goals on the year. His second half of the year has been elite. And these conditions will play right into his hands today.
Yeah, well, I suppose we'll wait and see how it all goes. It's going to take a bit to settle into the game. There's a bit of a fluky breeze going, and we'll whoever settles down the earliest will take control. And we see Big Izzy McKenzie going out to the wing on young Jack Collins. This should be an exciting matchup.
That is a really interesting move.
Indeed.
And that's a lot of responsibility for Collins to make sure McKenzie doesn't sneak forward.
No, he's a good up and back runner.
Ball up to start the game. Good tap from Evans to start us.
Evans on Falkenberg.
Erlen with the first touch of the game. And the free kick's been paid.
Fast play on taken by Tanunda is smothered by Willaston. There's a ball to the half forward line.
Flint spoiled it down. Waldhuder under that ball, couldn't mark it, but look at that take on the run. There we go, the first goal of the game.
First goal of the game to...
First blood coming to Willaston.
Number 17, and again we don't have an updated list here of who number 17 is, so we're trying to work that out, but I'm sure somebody will tell us. Unless 71 is Luigi Mondello. And they've been dyslexic in writing his name down.
I believe that is Mondello, yes.
Is that Mondello in the forward pocket?
I think it should be, yes.
There we go. Well, that's a fantastic start by Willaston.
That is a fast start, and that's the worst start possible for Tanunda. They don't want Willaston to get a run on.
Evans' tap was read beautifully by Cahoon, but he was immediately wrapped up by Erlen.
I think those two will see a lot of each other today.
Absolutely. Big Todd Falkenberg, great ruck tap, straight down the throat of... Who was that there? Number 13.
That is number 13's only just come in for Tanunda.
Yeah, he's a junior, I think. So Trent Gers trying to track the ball down. Mondello's got the ball on a string at the moment. Gers has taken the ball off of Mondello, and there's a stalemate on the half-forward flank, 50 on the outside. Mondello just looked like he grabbed a groin there on the way out of that contest. No, there is a 71 out there, so that is Mondello in the 71. 17 and 71 look surprisingly the same.
They do, if you don't know how to count.
That's it. You've got your shoes still on, Mike,
I'm going to throw Craig Dorr under the bus for that. He's the footy director.
Yeah, it's not good. Doesn't help us any. But anyway, we'll make it up. We'll call him Bill. So
as we repeat, ball up, same spot. Both teams just looking to shut it down for the moment. Tanunda just wanting to get back on even terms.
Look, Guilfoy for Tanunda, their centre back, just playing a little bit deeper. There's I think the Breeze will hold the ball up. Ruck contest again on the ball in. Quick hands. Cahoon breaks through the tackle in the pack. Long down the wing. There's a great contest out there and a big defensive punch by the Willaston player.
We'll have a ball in centre wing on the outer side. That ball held up a little bit in the wind from Colquhoun, not his normal penetrating kick.
No, and again, it's basically blowing directly across the ground towards the scoreboard, the scoreboard here at Freeling on the eastern side of the oval. Ball in by the umpire. Nice deep throw that. Great ruck tap. Mackenzie gets the ball and hands it to the back of Earlham, who then slings the Tanunda player down. It hasn't been called.
$13 wouldn't be Manning.
No, Manning did his ankle at training on Thursday night, unfortunately. Finn Manning.
Yeah.
Out for the rest of the season and possibly surgery.
Not good for a very good young player.
Outstanding talent.
And a nice kid.
He is a great kid. Todd Falkenberg there gets it
Beautiful
down to
touch.
Kermit the Frog.
That was Ryan Watson who got tackled coming through.
That's it. And there's Campbell Wildman with his first move into the forward line. And Henry Voigt has taken an excellent contested mark under some heat by young Max Fraser by the looks. And I reckon he's about 38 metres out and a fairly rude angle.
From nearly 45.
Yeah. But the wind should guide if he can get it into the left-hand goalpost here, the wind will take it through the goals.
Has kicked just the 8 goals for the season. And I think most of those from directly in front.
Yes. So we'll see how it goes. He does rate himself fairly highly, Voida.
He should, with his background playing league footy. Great connection on the ball. Goal umpire looked very happy with it.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what the Magpies needed, a fast reply from Voigt. That brings them back to level, 1 goal apiece on the Birds-Barossa scoreboard.
I fear that given this wind, we're going to see a fair bit of play in the distance, which suits my vision. Too close, I can't see it, which is great. But I think it bodes well for a great contest, nice and even. And again, beautiful movement out there. Colquhoun to Wildman down to Voigt, controlled, and that's the hallmark of both of these sides. Football has just been ball control all season. Their skill and execution is outstanding.
Ball up again, and Falkenberg with front possession gets it down, but a beautiful take for Willaston. Great delivery into the forward line.
Young Porter, really good there in the back line.
Read that well. Guilfoy, he's pushed off the ball.
It could have been deemed a possible push in the back over the line, but we've got a ball up there in the back pocket deep. Wold Hurdy just helped him over the contest.
Just a little bit of assistance.
That's it.
Ball up again. Falkenberg getting his hand to everything at the moment, straight over the boundary line.
I think early points to Falkenberg. He's rucked against Evans the last couple of years.
He's healthy.
He's looking fit and healthy and strong, and he's pushing off a bit. Well, the smaller ruckman jumps in there and grabs the ball.
He takes the ball. He's wrapped up.
He's been done for holding the ball.
Free kick going the way of Tanunda. That's something that Henschke will have to be cautious of today.
That's it.
And the old timer, Benny Schiller. One of the few older guys in Tanunda's team.
That's it. Sometimes they call him Meconium. Sticks like put to a blanket. He's fantastic, he is. That's an ill-directed kick, but a late contest by the Falkenberg ruckman.
Colquhoun grabs it, but he's wrapped up immediately. Sean Childs with the tackle.
Just sizing each other up at the moment, these two sides. Didn't have the ball, one would say, that we're going to be calling another ball up here.
And Thomas Hahn getting up from the bottom of the pack. That's where he lives his life. Another tap down.
Down into the run of Hahn, but he's been overtaken by Mackenzie.
Mackenzie with a long kick out into space.
Fred's got the ball out there, and he kicks the ball in, but Woldhurter makes a great leap. It's a snap-on goal.
Kick off the ground.
Got the belly of the ball, I believe, and it's out of bounds. That's it.
Saxon Evans is going to have to do something to counter Falkenberg's dominance early. Good strong mark taken by Schiller. Under pressure from Wills. That's going to be a really good matchup.
I think so. Oh.
Down the line, Mackenzie, really clever, took back position.
Young Smarty just underran the ball there. It's a good contest down there.
Hoskin couldn't quite complete the mark, but kept the ball alive.
That is a fantastic tackle by Hahn. Hang on there. That's very lucky not to be called 25 if you're going to take control. Clear the ball. It's going out to Guilfoy. Guilfoy has got the ball deep in the half-back line.
He's just going to calm things down a little bit. Bit of experience. Kicks long down the line.
Premiership Sturt player. Ball has been taken by the Willaston player and then has been tackled very cleanly by
we'll have
Cahoon, and we're having the ball up.
Centre wing once again. Falkenberg again getting the tap.
Mondello is wrapped up immediately by Watson for Tanunda, and we're back up again.
It's just looking out of control now. Falkenberg is having his way with Evans.
That's it, and there's a trip.
You can't sit there. No.
There's a trip by the Willaston player on Cahoon. Cahoon finds Collins. Collins is really driving the ball deep in the forward 50, and that's a great leap by Jack May, who then wraps up the Willaston player, and it's been called incorrect disposal. That's fantastic.
That's a big ball. Excellent effort from Jack May. Is he within range?
Absolutely. I'm expecting this three-quarter post high. In fact,
you are the one who labelled him as unable to kick over a jam jar earlier this season. You got to stick to what you said.
Probably harsh at the stage. He has done a lot of work on his leg muscles, but unfortunately it's offline, and there has been a mark by Sutcliffe not paid. No, there we go.
No, it's LVA, ball up.
Ball up deep in the forward pocket. Fraser takes the tap down to Earlham, and then Cahoon is wrapped up, getting the ball deep inside the forward 50. Looking at the defensive structure here, Tanunda have actually got a couple of players rolling. Bailey Smith rolling out free at the moment, which is indicative of the wind situation, I think, and the faith in the pace on the game.
And probably a
Trent
really
going
interesting move to have your captain in that role.
Absolutely.
Where he can dictate terms and direct traffic.
Indeed, and we've got Henry Voigt going for a shot on goal here. I missed the incident in the ruck contest, but Henry Voigt going for goal,
looking for his second goal.
30 out, 45-degree angle,
and
he's kicked it.
Slotted that through for his second goal of the day. Tanunda take the lead.
It's a real arm wrestle. There's a bit of tension out there. There's a bit of the push and shove. Nothing's too untoward.
There's no clean open footy at the moment.
No. I think this breeze is going to play a fair bit into that. But good defensive movement out from Tanunda. They were able to then slow down that real rampant sort of chaos ball that Willaston love putting into the forward line, and bring it down, lock it in the forward 50, and then play with some structure. But the work of young May there to contest the mark, then follow up with a tackle, means it stays inside that 50.
And Evans getting his hand on that one. Quick clearance there from Mondello. That ball eludes everyone.
No, that's it. And young Fred there, whatever his name is, he missed it. Ran straight through. Oh, Clinchy is it? No, Mondello's pushing off. Long snap into the forward 50. Deep ball. Guilfoy goes hard. Campbell Wildman takes the ball and is absolutely bundled off the ball. Ran past the ball to attack the body. Very dangerous tactic, that.
So ball up again. Hensky beaten in the ruck that time by Falkenberg.
It's a snapshot by
Matthew Westhoff now, just
with time,
slowing things down. That's a beautiful pass.
Brett Dowse. They call him Diesel. Collins is on the run through the middle.
Will's in tow, but he couldn't catch him. Long ball down.
Well spent. Collins backing up.
Earlham under pressure. Yep. Watson was there to try and break it up. There's Hahn sending it back the other way with a floating kick.
And a free kick downfield, I believe, felled after the play.
So Tanunda will get a free kick almost at half forward.
Given these conditions, this is a pretty dangerous move. If Tanunda are able to make the most of this and get another goal.
Heads into the forward 50.
There's a dearth of Willaston players down there in the D50.
Great work there from Willaston to sort of clean up an error. Now they're out on the wing, under pressure.
Smith, the captain, overtakes the ball.
Happy to see that over the line.
And it's a throw-in. There's a bit of pace starting to get in the game. I think the nerves will blow out a bit. And get a bit of use of the wings here at Freeling. They've got some nice deep wings. Renowned as a fantastic cricket ground.
Evans in front position, gets a two-handed tap down. Mackenzie's just spun off the bowl by Wildman.
It's pretty exciting, isn't it? The quality of players out there running around, and you think of what's to come.
It's just magnificent.
Ball in. Falkenberg got the tap. Mackenzie lost the ball.
And a beautiful Collins. That handball,
Jack May has been
Jack May in a lot of trouble. The hospital ball.
It was always going to be, but he did well to hold on to it, little bloke.
Evans with a tap that really didn't go anywhere. That kick smothered.
Wildman with a clean pickup. Oh,
turns. That is uniquely brilliant.
Delivery deep into the forward pocket.
Colquhoun couldn't get his hands on it. Runs over the boundary line. Willaston will get the ball back here.
Goes to show unselfish play.
There'll be a boundary throw in.
Goes to show unselfish play, but Wildman was probably on the run with the breeze inside his range.
Yes.
Ball up. Good ruck contest. Well read off of the hands by Willaston.
Willaston looking a willingness to run. There's Fry. He's their elite distributor. Puts it out into space. Really good contest there with the fend off. Gets the kick away into space again. Gers is trying to track this down, but that ball goes over the line and beats them both.
Actually, 17 young Passon. Looks like he's there when he was a kid.
No. Passon did play in the twos.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, we'll find out who that player is, but he's smooth moving Willaston high half forward. Wildman taps it unfortunately directly to the Willaston player. There's a big pack forming. The ball's bounced around. Fortunate ball out to Earlham. Earlham takes a shot on goal, and it didn't go through. And Matthew Westhoff spirals it out of 50, but it's been taken already by a Willaston player there, ready to pound it back in.
That's a beautiful pass, finding Hoskin on the chest.
There's not much you can do about that when it gets delivered like that. It's
that was Joel Holloway with the bandage on his head already.
So you'd have to think that you'd be aiming for the right-hand goal post here, although they are pretty protected by the trees. Hoskin coming in. It's been touched and over for a point.
Didn't really get onto that.
No, and had all the big boys on the line.
Tanunda to bring the ball in.
I see Guilfoy looks like he's favouring the old knee, and it has had a lot of work done on it.
He's taken a strong mark there.
We're going to move the ball.
Goes really short.
And Diesel finds Hahn out in the wing, half-back flank.
Hahn goes further afield now.
Under spread.
Into space.
There's young Martin. Hamish Martin hits the ball with pace.
He was grabbed in a really strong tackle.
Knew that was coming, and he felt it.
Didn't panic.
Good football. Good football around. It pushes the space out.
Ball up. Tap down. And instantly we see a pack form once again. Tanunda currently leading 2 straight goals, 12 points to Willaston 117 on the Birds Barossa scoreboard. And we've played 16 and a half minutes in the first quarter of the second semi-final, coming to you live from Freeling Oval.
Again, a ruck tap by...
But Willaston at the back of the contest. Great work by hands through Earlham. He gets the ball back. Strong mark there at half-back.
Cormac moves the ball on. Back to Earlham. Long ball into half-back.
Fast movement again from Willaston. I think that's the key for them today.
Or a dump kick back straight over the head of the Tanunda ruckman.
Willaston just reading it too well at the moment. Henschke in the middle. That handoff. Really good pass. Waldherter well defended. Picks up. Too strong. Gets the ball to Wills, who handballs it out.
But a great tackle by...
taken high. So free kick going to Wills.
Wow.
He's short and stocky. He's built to win those.
Thought that would have been in the shoulders, but no, we've got a long kick coming into the forward line. No, and
really good little pass there. Willaston,
it's another defence breaking down there.
Guilford just not quite the pace to go with Mondello on that occasion.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not Mondello. This is the bloke we called Fred or Bill or Ted. We don't know who number 17 is. Might ask one of the BL&G officials sitting in front of us if he knows who 17 is.
Yes, and a beautiful goal.
Hey, Louis, who's that 17?
Mazio.
Which one?
Mazio.
Enrique Mazzeo.
Mazzeo.
Played a number of games at Central Districts in the juniors this year. So he was listed as 15, he's now wearing 17. For those playing at home.
Falkenberg with a decisive tap.
Umpire paid a free kick for a throw. So Ash Fry will distribute from half back. He's got Earlham in the middle. Willaston being very deliberate with their movement at the moment. Earlham comes out wide. He's got Henschke on a long lead. Henschke goes quick over the top. And a really good mark taken there overhead under pressure.
It's young Mondello, I believe.
So Mondello will be lining up for his second goal of the game. That is a really good connection. The wind had just picked up, pulled it to the left side to be spoiled over for a minor score.
So 19 and a half, nearly 20 minutes in. We've got Willaston at 2-2, playing Tanunda 2 straight. And a very tight quarter as we knew it would be.
Guilfoyle with the ball now. Player trying to get around him there. The umpire really did show some restraint there.
Before it's able to see it over the line. We're going to be interested to see how the pace on the ball goes for this game. There's some real raw pace in there from this Willaston lineup as well.
Ball in again.
Well read by Wildman. And another great tackle. And there's an elbow thrown in.
Sam Walton wrapped up in that.
As usual. Against young Darcy Thompson, 16-year-old.
Ash Fry with a booming left foot out of the pack.
Great spoil by Guilfoyle.
Beautiful pick up there. That snap around the corner.
Well done by Smith.
Beautiful take from the captain. Comes out to the pocket.
Brett Dowse, good user of the ball.
Walton went with one hand. Two might have been better. Hoskin there fighting. Dowse just sees it over the line. Desperate contest from Dowse had to impact that.
Absolutely. We see the benefit of the of this heavy tree line here at this southern end. It does protect this pocket quite heavily.
Evans with a good tap down.
East.
Zach East, the beast, on the outside of the boot. That is a great kick and a great goal. That is, you'll go a long way to find a better goal than that today.
Just burst through the pack there. Very hard to stop the big man. He's got a fair bit of power and momentum going once he's on the roll. And never doubted his footy talent. His skill with the ball has been on show ever since I saw him coming through the very junior ranks. So
he played much of the year as the backup ruckman for the Donnybrooks this year. Probably an unfamiliar role, but has adapted beautifully.
Plants himself well.
So umpire Nowak with the ball in the middle. Evans from behind gets a great touch. Mondello back to Hoskin. Hoskin, that ball is going to elude a few players. Great take there
tackling
on the way through. Holloway trying to burst through there, but he was wrapped up immediately.
He's trying to go through a wall of a centre half-back and a captain half-back flanker.
Neither ruckman got a touch on that, but Guilfoyle was there to crumb it.
And Smith has sprayed it out of bounds in the full. So the ball's going to be returned back into the forward 50 zone by Hoskin.
He does just that, punches it long. Big pack forms and front position. That is an excellent mark taken.
Dodgy shank kick off of the knee, and that's a
courageous mark.
Very courageous mark.
And Westhoff wore a little bit there.
He did. The smaller Willaston forward there made him earn it. Distributing the ball out wide to Collins, who was doing a lot of that up and back running, which we thought that he had to do to break Isaiah McKenzie's role. Going back to Westhoff. Drills a fantastic ball through to Gers.
Gers then picks it up level by Collins.
Fighting for the ball and stacks on the mill on the half forward flank.
Really not seeing teams willing to get out into space. Willaston have tried it a few times, but then they're going back into a bit of conservative play.
Yeah, it's. I think there's some really good defensive nullification going on, and this breeze is playing a bit into that as well. Finding the ball's fluky, you're not able to really punch a good clean pass in, and it's showing up.
Both teams really well coached.
Ball's up, Ruck going hard. That's a fantastic take by Hahn off one hand. Into Voigt. Voigt's got the ball clean.
Really good movement there from the big fella. Kicks it into space, but Willaston's defence are up to the challenge. They led to the ball on that occasion.
That's it. We're seeing a ball going into the Tanunda forward 50 at the 50 line.
Voigt takes that ball, kicks it over his shoulder.
It's over the head.
To the top of the square. Beautiful pick up.
With a fantastic response.
With a little left foot jab through the goals.
And he pulled up very short after kicking that.
That's not a good sign for a player who came into the game under a heavy cloud. So keep an eye on him next time the ball goes down there to see how hard he actually pushes out.
No, he is really struggling after that. It's going to be interesting.
That was going to be a big question for the game. With Linky out and no trainer, would he be able to get through the match?
Joe Trainer's out there, number 8. So
yes.
And speaking of the devil, he is going for the ball now. He's about to pick the ball up. Ryan Watson head over the ball, and there's a stalemate. 25 out directly in front.
So we'll have a ball up. This is dangerous area for the Donnybrooks. Tanunda are really good in front of goal. A lot of small players.
Guilfoyle takes a snap and hits the post. So 3-1-19 for Tanunda, plays Willaston 3-2-20. As we anticipate, you can hear the scoreboard. You can hear the netball directly behind us as well. There's a bit of excitement.
Great atmosphere for finals. It's the best time of year.
Long ball out, run over the line.
So a boundary throw in right over on the half forward flank, just outside the 50-metre arc. Neither ruckman really able to influence that.
I think they're going to recall that ball in. It went many metres to one side of the ruck. So bring the young fella in. And it's great to see these young umpires performing well.
Almost record numbers of junior umpires in the panel this year.
It's very important.
Henschke with a spoil in the middle.
Collins trying to hold on and received a high tackle, and he's played on. High ball into the forward line.
Held up in the wind there.
Oh, Voigt has taken a fantastic one-arm mark.
And a Willaston player was just decked after the fact. And there's a little bit of introduction going on.
I think it's could be seen as a slight overreaction to the activity down there. I'd
Just
suggest.
players getting to know each other, just saying, you following me on Insta? If not, get on it.
That's it. So Henry Voigt's had plenty of the ball in the forward 50. It's been a fantastic quarter of football for him.
And something that he's not really done a lot of this year.
No.
Last year he was a main target forward quite often, but this year not as much.
No.
Really gave that everything, and just offline.
Again, just offline, that brings it 1 point each, and they'll be even, 3-2-20 apiece. The Burge-Ross scoreboard now with 28 minutes gone and the end of the quarter.
Siren goes, ends the first quarter. This is your 2024 second semi-final, coming to you live from Freeling. Tanunda taking on Willaston, and just as we predicted pre-game, a real cracking contest. Scores level, locked away at quarter time.
Absolutely, and I think, a real arm wrestle. Nobody broke out. Some nice fast movement by Tanunda and good forward entries, whereas Willaston were able to make the most of some of their chaos ball that they're renowned for, and their big names didn't really get hold of it. A couple of those flankers were able to get in, make the most of free running play and take well-educated snaps, and I think it's been an entertaining first quarter.
It has been. Willaston's entry into the forward line has been very controlled. At times they've been able to hit leading targets up inside the forward 50, whereas Tanunda probably a little bit further out some of their shots, but we know that they're capable of creating those opportunities as well.
Absolutely. It's as we said, it's going to be really interesting to see how each side settles in, and as that quarter went along, the game styles sort of indicated that the Willaston, central, the centre group are going to be a more powerful group, whereas the Tanunda group are going to look to that open, wide running play, and it's set up for a fantastic rest of the third quarter.
What really impressed me was Saxon Evans' comeback in the second half of that quarter after being absolutely dominated by Todd Falkenberg in the first 8 minutes of the game. Evans really did fight back as the quarter went on.
No, absolutely. And again, Titanic struggle in the middle. It's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out over the day. And big fellas don't get any smaller as they go. So
well, both backup ruckman, Voigt and East, have been having an impact in the forward line.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's something to look forward to.
And that injury to Sutcliffe could be a major blow for Tanunda if he can't go for the rest of the game.
Well, I think that is a worrying position for Tanunda to be in, Sutcliffe. Without Linky running around and without the power of Callum coming out of the middle and his half forward work that's been so integral this year, that if you see Sutcliffe not come back for the rest of the game, then it's quite a concerning position that Tanunda find themselves in, deep and forward. It'd force some changes, I think, in their structure.
He's their third best goal kicker for the year with 22 goals, but it's more the presence that he gives them down there, just his size, and he's an imposing figure.
And he's dynamic, and that's it. And you don't lose the several hundred games of SNFL football, and was he a Ken Farmer medalist at one stage? So, but lots of goals, lots of experience. But he would have played a lot more football hadn't it been for his occupation.
Yes, really gearing up for a big second quarter here. Wind has picked up a little bit from the start of the game, but I'm not sure how much of an impact that's going to have. It's probably favouring the left of screen a little bit, which Willaston will be kicking to this quarter.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a slight pushing towards the northeast corner, but again, it's fluky, and it's just got a little bit cooler.
It has dropped a degree or two. The cloud has blocked out the sun temporarily, and that breeze coming off the Adelaide Plains, a little bit cool as it often is here at Freeling.
A lot of those farmers out in the Adelaide Plains hoping for a few millimetres of rain.
More than a few.
It's a pretty dire position that the rural sector finds itself in at the moment, and I think there's a front coming in later this week, so we're certainly open for. If we could get an inch or two of rain, it'd be a godsend. To be honest, it's pretty brutal, and yeah, I was supposed to plant a vineyard this year, and I'm not going to do it because it's simply too dry.
And that, of course, is for the benefit of Ben Murray Wines, one of my favourite wine brands in the Barossa region.
Thank you very much, Mr. Teagle.
Your Grenache that you brought out earlier this year was top shelf.
Thank you very much.
That's only because you gave me a glass, and it was really, really good.
I think you had a few, but
really rude to refuse.
Just as we get started, we want to acknowledge our sponsors here at Sharon, Stiller, Cooperage, Belgravia, the Injury Hub, of course, major sponsor Burge Barossa and Scoreboard, West End, the Bulldogs, Matthew Plast and Vine in.
Evans hit with the first tap. Wildman got the handball out. Quick kick away from Falkenberg.
Oh, it's a bad bounce.
Ball eluded Voigt. Clinch with a risky kick.
It's the defender's number one nightmare, kicking clean across the goal.
Jack Ryan taking that mark on his knees. Clinch, such a good user of the ball, did it with confidence. Ryan goes along, a big mark taken from Saxon Evans. He needs to have an impact around the ground for the Donnybrooks today, and marks like that will go a long way. He goes short, hits up a target. They come in with a courageous ball into the middle, looking for Earlham. He's spoiled, but the umpire's paid the mark. Really opens the ground up now. Punches the ball long.
Looks like there definitely
really good mark there from Matthew Westhoff from the back of the contest.
There definitely has been a change with Sutcliffe not on the ground. We've seen Joel Griffiths come onto the ground, and
quick kick in for Willaston, just beats that contest.
Jared Traynor will be moving into the deep full forward zone, I believe.
So we'll have a stoppage inside Willaston's forward 50.
Interestingly, they're running Henschke in as that smaller ruck position inside the forward 50, just to nullify Falkenberg.
Guilfoy there competing in the second sort of ruck situation. Good tap down from Falkenberg. Quick kick out from the Pies. That bounce in the middle. Bit of chaos.
Oh, chaos
over the back. Really well done by the Donnybrooks. They get it out wide. Here's Sean Childs. He's in a foot race. That's not his game normally.
Griffiths got to keep his feet.
Griffiths was beaten there by the veteran Childs. That was great body work. Clean and confident. Excellent defending from Smith. Watson was just outpointed on that occasion.
Mazzio sees the ball over the line. Now it's just that the half forward needs to keep his feet in those conditions, and
especially against a player like Childs, you've got to stay in the contest.
Absolutely.
Great work there. Falkenberg grabs the ball. He's wrapped up immediately.
Strong in the ruck. Another quick ball up.
Falkenberg too strong, just held his opponent out.
Well, there's a massive falcon there by Luigi Mondello. Spoiled the ball over the line with his nose. Unfortunately, that'll be stinging with a big boot off of Guilfoy. The ball to come back in by the boundary umpire. Nice throw in. Henschke got up in front.
Colleen sort of got tripped over accidentally. Just clipped an ankle on the way through. Falkenberg with a big tap, but Willaston getting the ball through Mondello, high up and under. And Waldherter with strength held the drop zone. Takes a big mark. He's a big man, very hard to move.
Very high ball in those conditions. That's an outstanding mark, and I believe young Porter's on him, and he's no slouch himself. He's a very strong young man, but Waldherter just got a couple of inches on him in height, and just that experience and guile to protect the ball.
A couple of kilos in weight, and as you said, the experience.
Yeah.
Coming in now.
Coming off a massive run up here.
and punches it through the middle. That's the first goal of the day for Josh Waldhuter. Goal number 37 for the season.
So that takes Willaston to 4-2-26. 4-2-26, isn't it? Yes. And to Tanunda 3-2-20. Last time I went to school,
on the
very long time ago, on the Birchbross scoreboard indeed. Great wines that the Birch family are still making under their own moniker.
Yes.
So
they're a strong company that's held out against international competition for a long time. I'm a real icon.
Indeed, and actually bottle the Ben Murray wines there. That's good work by young Thomas Hahn.
Good handball, good work out from Tanunda. Quick ball into the forward line.
To nobody. Clinch has picked it up beautifully.
Goes by hand.
Left the man free. Earlham's
great work. Good give and go.
Brody Cormack, clean work out of
beautiful
centre
work
back there.
Hits Hoskin almost at half forward. He wheels onto the right. What a smother. That tackle was a little bit high.
Tackle. Yes, Falkenberg.
So Falkenberg wins the free kick.
A bit of experience being played out there and holding up the play. Called for going long. Falkenberg does just that. Down towards Voigt, who
nearly took a good one-handed mark.
And the umpire
wins the free
kick
and should get a 25-metre penalty.
Absolutely. But
not forthcoming.
Strength.
He may have just sold that with a little bit of mayo.
There's a little pass straight through to Cahoon.
So Sam Calhoun will take the shot from not a lot closer.
No.
But a much surer kick, you would have to say.
Absolutely. Yes, yeah. But that was a fantastic effort by Voigt to hold off his opponent with strength. And if it hadn't have been for the leaning back of his opponent, the mark would have been paid, I'm sure. And in the end, the free kick was taken. So Cahoon going to be kicking from 50 with the aid of a slight breeze, I believe. It's very fluky. Widely experienced young player. Great connection.
Just makes a difference, and that's a beautiful goal to the coach.
Just the answer that Tanunda required to keep everything on an even footing.
We've played almost 6.5 minutes in the second quarter. So Tanunda really making sure that they don't give Willaston any momentum. Willaston are a surge team, and you can't allow them to get a roll on.
No, absolutely. You're playing, really structured discipline versus surge, and we have seen some huge scores that Willaston have kicked this year on surge football.
Good tap down from Evans.
Excellent tackle in there from the second effort by the ruckman. Has forced the ball out.
Calhoun with a long high kick, but a really good defensive mark taken by Dylan Jones.
That was a great mark by young Jones. A bit of a shank kick. Wildman stops the ball, gives the hand
ball out. Really good take there.
Mondello gets the ball out, smothered by young Hamish Martin. There was outstanding. That ball was definitely going to be a free out, and there's a free kick paid to the Tanunda player at the bottom of the pack there. That'll be the big ruckman Falkenberg.
Falkenberg really having an impact, not just in the ruck.
Trainer grabs the ball out of the pack, lands quick.
Thrown down in a tackle.
Young Thompson
around the corner.
Sprayed it. Darcy Thompson probably had a moment longer.
Golden opportunity gone begging.
Indeed. Darcy Thompson in late for Isaac Feltus.
So Hoskin just waiting for the ball to be returned. It did elude the nets.
It's out in the beans crop, I believe, out the back, which would be in need of a drink this week too. So ball's back in play with Hoskin bringing it into kick in. One of the more obvious mismatches out here with Big Zach East on Darcy Thompson.
A little bit of a size mismatch. And excellent work here by hand from Tanunda, and Collins with a fine shot.
He's kicked the goal. And there's been a bit go on after the ball.
He was floored after the kick, and his teammates weren't happy about it.
Indeed, justifiably so, given everything that's going on. Young Colo had the wind blown over, but I tell you what, there was a fantastic kick from 50 metres, and the young wingman, as we mentioned early in the piece, is stepping up.
Absolutely, and he is making sure that he's not just an extra player in the team, that he really does belong.
Absolutely, the comes from pretty handy stock. His father played a lot of football in Melbourne and around, and in country Victoria in multiple premierships. He's a very handy footballer in his own right, and even played in a reserves premiership in his later days with Tanunda.
So things did drop off at the end of his career, you're saying?
Yeah, he only made multiple B-grade premierships and grand final appearances.
So restart.
Well, the ball avoids young Mondello, who was powering through there. It was unfortunate, but Falkenberg grabs the ball and it's nullified.
Makes sure he gets a repeat go at it, gets the tap down. Collins with a grab, but he's wrapped up immediately.
It's good to see the young blokes getting back up and jumping back into it. Wildman up for the ruck, gets a clean tap, but Evans has got the reverse.
Ball, just chaos ball into space, and East at the front position has it. He goes long straight away, looking for the one-on-one. Good work from the Tanunda defenders at the bottom of the contest. They rush it through for a minor score.
Wildman looking to play on quickly out of fullback.
And that's shut down, so he
Hold
goes
it
short.
Gers.
Gers has got a big role to play today. I think he is going to become very prominent as the game goes on.
Indeed.
Excellent mark from the back by Guilfoy.
Well done by Guilfoy.
That high ball.
Porter to Trainer.
Really good overhead mark from Trainer. He turns, that ball's smothered.
Watson 2-1 goes out.
Wills
clinch.
Missed the ball under the pressure from Watson.
There's some pressure coming by Tanunda here.
Fry kicks the ball in front. Just kicks it off the ground.
Izzy McKenzie.
That's excellent.
Forward.
And we've got a streaker on the ground, you idiot. Gives Clinchy a thumbs up.
We do.
Where's security when you need it?
Security when we need it? Where's security when we need it, people? So the ball's out on the outer wing. I believe we've got a
so ball in the hands of a Willaston player.
I believe we've got a ball, or is it a free kick going into the Willaston, or is there a mark taken? We're not exactly sure. We've lost a bit of continuity here.
So could be a Willaston kick for last touch.
Indeed.
As they go long into the forward line, no one able to get on the end of it.
Touch there, and looks like Sam
last
Cahoon
touch, so it'll come back to Nunda's way.
Ball lost with the in front of the cars.
And that fellow is still walking around in the crowd. Security very should be getting hold of him.
Well, there won't be much to get hold of from what we noticed, so really not
big pack mark taken there.
There's been a push out called and a free kick given to Falkenberg.
He goes long, very long exploring kick. Excellent work from behind.
Jack May takes down Ethan East, almost.
Zach East,
I mean. Ethan's playing league footy, isn't he? There we go, and Guilfoy.
Tanunda's defence being forced to do a lot of hard work.
Indeed.
They come straight down the middle now.
Kicking to nobody there.
Holloway takes the mark.
Brody Cormack out there in number 11. Sorry, mate. Guiding the ball down to the half-back line for Tanunda. Half forward for Willaston. And Waldhooter and Porter are going to be at each other's sides all day.
I don't think there will be any soft contest between those two hard nuts.
No. Wildman over the ball, and his Willaston compatriot there just nullify again. Evans' ball was smothered. Ball out to the wing, and we're seeing an absolute heap of this repeat throw in on that eastern side boundary line.
Both teams just happy to lock it in for the moment. just nullifying the situation.
So 14 minutes gone. We've got Tanunda 33 to Willaston 27. And we've got a lot of stalemate football here. It's stacks on the mill. Everybody's in that same sort of half-forward wing zone. Waiting for a breakout kick, I think.
Mackenzie tried to bash through, couldn't take the ball with him. Both teams just really going in a caution mode now. Just trying to hold things up, making sure that they don't concede anything.
That's correct. There's a
kick around the corner, sends the ball back where it was before.
Wildman with the defensive pick-up. Gets it to Gers. Gers was attacked solidly, and the Tanunda player
wrapped up,
never had a chance.
Massive wrestling style tackle.
And it was, Matthew Westhoff was tackled there. Wildman third man up again. Quick kick out by Tanunda. Again, it's just tough in the clinches there. She's hard.
Both teams lining up on the defensive side of the contest. Good punch there from the Tanunda.
Another punch out there by Wildman. Mason Feltus makes his presence
put into space.
Clever knock on there.
That's
Wilson's
really good work.
And a fantastic smother by the ruckman to take the ball out.
Todd Falkenberg is playing the game of his life so far.
His improvement in the second half of the year has been outstanding. Just in the last minor round match with against Willaston, against South Gawler, he really stood up. He's fantastic. Wildman gets the ball again out, and a good,
beautiful take from Hoskins. He kicks immediately. It's up in the air.
Collins down. Spoiled. Out to nobody, unfortunately. And
Willaston have got Crummers there.
Young Mondello kicking it deep in the forward line.
And
Mazzeo
takes it. He finds Holloway. Holloway's just outside the 50. Probably out of range. The wind really not helping anyone.
No, it sort of died off a bit to nothing, really.
He's going to have to put it into a dangerous spot here. Look for his teammates to create.
He's going to have a go.
He really does unload on that. Gets to the square and punch through for a minor score.
Might be a handy point, that.
A little early to start calling handy points. We're still in the first half, Dan.
There hasn't been a lot of scoring here, Teak, so I think you take anything as a plus. The Willaston player wrapped up, plays on, then there's a
quick kick for Tanunda, and Trainer gets on the end of that.
Fantastic mark by Trainer.
He's looking up, there's not much to go to.
Young Mason Feltus is going to have to use his pace here and his speed here. 211's going for it. Young Feltus has held up Brody Cormack very well there.
Really good work. Two speed demons.
Absolutely.
Ball up again.
Vastly different levels of experience there. Cahoon being held. Smart juggles the ball. Belly of the ball, kicks it out of bounds on the full, unfortunately.
Into the tree. Will it come down?
Here it comes. No, it might not. I think it's
another sacrifice to the gods.
That's it. The footy gods have got it. Some great voice there by Wildman, just barking instructions to his team. It's exactly what what either side would be looking for in that sort of clear instruction.
Just leadership, and they're both fairly young teams, so that leadership is crucial.
Absolutely. We're looking for a ball here too, by the way. Just waiting. An official needs to hold a ball up. No.
Here they come.
Here we go. Tanunda's put one forward. So. Nice little spiral punt there from Matthew Westhoff. And Ash try to bring the ball back in finally.
Fry plays on. Goes on the left, down the line.
Hoskins able to spoil the ball there. And Sam Cahoon takes
it. Sees it over the line. Cahoon being checked at the moment by Tyson Earlham.
Know each other fairly well, I should imagine, through professional ranks. Falconberg with a big punch inside.
Right to the front spot.
Schiller gets the ball. Cahoon, another shot on goal, and that's out of bounds on the full again. Wildman continuing to bark these really clear instructions about the structure and how to retain the ball inside the forward 50.
Willaston go longer again this time.
The ball
Tanunda had a lot of players there. Guilfoyle was the one who got his hands on it.
Good strength there. There's some
Umpire
powerful
Noack
bodies.
comes in, he'll ball it up.
Hudson keeps an eye on the ruckman as they go about their business. That's a fantastic tap by Thomas Hahn with a beautiful ball inside 50.
That
by
is a magnificent
Smart.
kick from Smart.
Very
Out in
clever.
front and just let Smith run onto it.
Just found the space there, but Thomas Hahn's tap straight down the neck of young Smart, who then delivered it to his captain. Absolutely splendid.
And this would be a timely captain's goal.
Indeed. Directly in front, 30 metres out.
Good contact, and he puts it through the middle.
And there's a shout of come on. There's a bit of emotion in that one.
Well, Smith's first goal of the day. I think his first goal of the season.
He had a stint up forward midway through the year. I think he kicked 3 in a game. There was some injuries and a bit of a throw around of the team. So he has kicked a few, but obviously the move's been made with Sutcliffe going down with suspected more than hamstring awareness, I should imagine. Yeah,
Puts a lack of awareness, perhaps.
Maybe it's just pretty bloody evident. So, to be honest, so we've got Todd Falconberg in with young East in the ruck.
Falconberg with a big tap.
Hoskins just wrapped up.
Hustling his way through, got wrapped up eventually.
Got out of one, couldn't go into the second. There's a fair bit of argy-bargy in the middle. No love lost between Hoskins and Hahn.
Hahn just wrapping him up again and making sure that he hit the ground with a bit of impact. And
Ball goes to no one.
Henschke with that tap.
Fry
with a left
long
foot kick
ball.
out of the air.
And an old stager, Schiller.
Strong mark taken by Benny Schiller, the former captain. He comes out to the near side, but Holloway was there. He read it well and spoiled Smart. Ball over the line.
Benny Schiller would have great memories of finals games on this oval. In 2019 against Anguston, was the captain in a wonderful premiership year, and arguably the best game of country footy seen for a very long time.
I'd have to disagree with that. I think last year's grand final surpassed it.
Big full forward, big ruckman has kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Out on the full. So Fry will get to bring the ball back in. He could put this into a dangerous position. He goes short though, looking for Earlham. Didn't quite make it. Has to go back by hand. Clinch is under pressure, but he's cool under pressure. He goes back and finds his teammate. Cormac now. Goes short.
That's Max Fraser. That ball was sport off his boot basically, and Cahoon will get a free kick for in the back. It was young Fry might as well have put a saddle on
Young
on
Fry.
him.
I don't know him.
Cahoon deep into forward 50 to Trainer. Trainer's built what he should
Used
have
his
taken.
body, made space, couldn't quite get there.
Very upset with himself for that. Got all the rights, position, and couldn't hold the ball. So Bailey Smith to go up in the ruck for Tanunda, but clearly beaten by
on his own.
And somehow the ball has come out and has been marked at the last line of defence by Shires.
Sean Childs, just calm under pressure. Looking to play on, goes down the outer side.
Young Evans could count himself lucky there by not being done for holding the ball. The ball's out.
Goes by hand, gets it back. Finds Hoskin. Hoskin didn't really have any room, so he goes out wide. Hits some open space. Collins with the punch.
Punched well against the guile of Walton, and the ball has gone out of bounds. Yeah, it's a real arm wrestle here today with Tanunda at 6-3-39, Willaston 4-4.
Played almost 24 minutes in the second quarter, so inching towards half time.
Campbell Wildman with excellent ball out.
Calhoun overshoots that contest.
Ball's not dead yet in the forward 50. There's a fair bit of activity going on.
Jack May almost got through, just spilled the ball as he was about to kick it and rushed through for a minor score. Willaston play on immediately. They take the mark there. Play on. Short kick to Mackenzie. He goes short again. Here we go.
Is out. He's absolutely burnt his player there at half forward.
Went to a contest, didn't need to.
Thomas Hahn. Young Dustin
That's
Thompson.
an excellent mark going back through that Holloway. Courage personified. He goes wide, looking for Clinch. Clinch
Closed down very
immediately. I thought he had room and was off.
The pace of Collins was outstanding then to shut that down.
Clinch goes long. Really good pass there, but well spoiled
by Wildman.
So
stalemate out on the wing.
We'll have another ball up in that pocket. There's been a lot of work by the umpires in that pocket.
Absolutely. Just a little moment of opening up here, bits and pieces. A free kick's been called for over the shoulder. Going Tanunda's way with Calhoun again. Been called to play on now. Goes long. Ball over the back.
Childs in the back position was first to get back onto it.
Smith with a fantastic pick up there over the ball and wrapped up immediately by his Willaston opponent.
Willaston really treading water the last couple of minutes. Tanunda doing all the attacking.
It's been an extra 8 inside 50s this quarter. Tanunda's way. And again, we've got another one coming here with Collins driving it long. Oh, Jared Traynor was spoiled. Went back too far, and the fantastic defensive work by Dylan Jones ensured a nullified ball and what would have been a certain goal.
Willaston's defence just grimly holding on. Tanunda are throwing everything at them at the moment.
Absolutely.
So ball in.
Watson trying to get the ball. He's got the ball again. Somehow he's
that handball over the top. Fry with that left foot around the corner.
Wildman to bring it back in, deep into forward 50.
Excellent. Great read from Childs.
Yeah, no contest there with...
didn't panic.
The young fellow there, Thompson, was well out of his size.
Childs just goes short, finds Clinch.
Consummate user of the ball, Clinch.
Falkenberg was bundled out of that contest before the ball got there.
Yep. Yeah, well...
Umpire's right on the spot.
Called in for the aggressive impact on Falkenberg's back by Young East.
Kick in.
It's a wasted entry in the forward 50, unfortunately.
Really good take on that occasion.
And Wildman's
and
been pulled back.
a 25-metre penalty paid for the attention after the mark. So Cormac, cool under pressure. He can relieve the tension down in the back lines, clearing it now. Goes long, down to that pocket where we've seen so much play. That's where the wind's blowing.
Seems to be definitely taking it out there, as we said earlier in the piece, that it's going to nullify a lot of ball use out there. When we've seen it come on the western side of the oval, the ball's been moved very fast, whereas it gets nullified out there. The ball's come out quickly to Walton. Been called play on, not 15. So
we'll have another ball up. As we played almost 28 minutes in the second quarter. Currently, the scores: Tanunda 6-4, 40, leading Willaston 4-4, 28 on the Birds-Barossa scoreboard.
We've had a free kick called, and we can't work out what's happened.
As the siren goes to signal half-time, both of these teams are going to really look forward to this break.
Absolutely.
They've thrown everything at each other.
Very important shot on goal here after the siren for Willaston. He'll be kicking from 50, and he's kicked into the man on the mark.
And Ryan Watson tells him all about it.
Lets him know about it too. Not much you can do about that if you kick into the man on the mark and you've got a perfect opportunity to put your team ahead. No point remonstrating. But no, a fantastic first half of football, typical of what we expected from these two sides. Hard and tough in and under, and a lot of hard tackling, a lot of physicality. But at the same stage, when the ball got out, it was fast. The wind has played a bit fluky with it. But we look forward to seeing where this takes us in the second half. And who was your pick for either side there?
Todd Falkenberg has blown me away. That's the best game I've seen him play so far. Not just his work in the ruck, but he's taking marks around the ground. He's earning free kicks by getting into positions where they just have to push him out of the way illegally to try and get him out of the contest.
No, I agree.
He is having a huge impact.
Yeah, just that big man presence, even just the 1%, those smothers, the ability to nullify. It's been really, really important. He's bringing the ball to ground. So, real growth by young Falkenberg. I think Henschke really hasn't been seen for Willaston, but obviously with the ball in that quarter being dominated by Tanunda in the forward line, that Sean Childs has been huge down back for them.
Absolutely. He's been doing it his whole career and he's still doing it for them. Just being that guy on the last line that they can rely on.
I think for Willaston too, Dylan Jones, with just a hand in a couple of times, he's held Jared Traynor very well to one goal.
Has done a good job.
That's if Traynor gets out and gets loose, he finds space and he's got a beautiful.
Haskins has been getting the ball, but he hasn't had any room to move. Tanunda have done a great job of suffocating him.
Yeah.
Mackenzie has barely been sighted, and that's huge because they are Willaston's two most important players.
Indeed, and for Tanunda, you'd have to say, like, Harry Porter's work on Waldhuter so far has been outstanding. And again, there'll be a cigarette paper between those two blokes all day.
You think that much?
And Thomas Hahn in the middle. They call him Cat. He's as hard as a cat's head. I think his work in and under has been absolutely fantastic. We saw also young Wildman really, with those instructions and that vocalism, really step up in that leadership role through the midfield.
Yes, massive effort there. Wildman just directing traffic, making sure everyone's accountable, and just seems like he's got some authority over this group.
Absolutely.
And I think his good mate Sam Colquhoun brought him to the club partly for his skill, but partly for his leadership.
Yeah, without a doubt. He talks the talk, but he also backs it up by walking it, which is fantastic. And no, it's been a fantastic first half of football in ideal football conditions.
Jack Collins is another player I want to mention for the Pies. Has really put in a mountain of work and has got the ball and not panicked under pressure.
And under some pretty physical interrogation as well. So,
and kicked an excellent goal from 50.
Yeah, without a doubt. So, no, I think it all bodes well for a fantastic second half. I think this is what final football should be. Top two sides playing in this manner, and I'm sure we'll see a bit come out in the second half. But as it stands, we've got on the Birds Barossa scoreboard, Tanunda leading the way, 6-4-40, playing Willaston 4-4-28. And we look forward to seeing where it goes in the second half.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that. But there's a couple of players from each team that I think are going to have a big second half. As I mentioned, Mackenzie and Hoskin for Willaston need to stand up. But I'm looking forward to players like Trent Gers have a big say to come in this game yet, I believe.
Yeah, as the heat comes into it, I think the third quarter, we call it the premiership quarter, if Trent Gers is able to get that run-off half-back, which we know he can provide, then there's every chance he could break the game open. Yeah, yes. We know how dynamic he is.
I think he's the one. I think Ryan Watson, his fitness will come to the fore at the stoppages in this second half. I think he's got something to say before this game is done and dusted.
Yeah, I think he's probably playing more of a lockdown role and a cutout role on a Sam Walton at the moment, and that's nullifying Walton's effect on the game and his ability. His strength is that niggle and that ability to create space by being a physical disruptor, and I think Watto's been able to do that and nullify him a fair bit and get him away from where those activities are being
and one of the players I mentioned pre-game, Deacon Davis, haven't seen much out of him yet. I'm looking for him to break it open and just create some space in this second half.
Indeed. Well, it's an exciting opportunity going forward. The winner goes through to the final game of the season. And
played at Tanunda.
To be played at home.
So in 2 weeks' time, if you are looking to go to the best grand final experience in South Australia, including the SANFL, I believe, get along to Tanunda in 2 weeks. It is the place to be. Anywhere in the state, get yourself to Tanunda. It is going to be a day to remember, no matter who's playing. At this stage, we have Anguston waiting the loser of this game for the prelim final at Willaston next week. That's another must-see game. If you can get to Willaston Oval next weekend, do it.
Absolutely, it'll be an absolute ripper next week. Whichever side has to go the long way, it'll be a ripping contest. And but yeah, you'd expect 7,000 to 8,000 people at Tanunda Oval on grand final day.
At least
a lot of atmosphere, and the redevelopment there is just been superb. So we look forward to that. I think it's a bit of a watershed year if we take everything that's going on, and to touch up on the point we made before the game started, that with Tasmania coming into the AFL with changes afoot at SANFL level, it'll almost be justification for a lot of these associations to start from the top down. I was saying earlier that I'd love to see an NFL type ownership of our game by our peak body, which filters funding and decision making and rules all the way down, and with an unbiased nationalistic viewpoint. And I think we can would eliminate a lot of the grey areas in our game today.
That would be great, but it's going to be very hard to see everyone getting on the same page.
Yeah, we've got some pretty parochial.
The parochial nature of the game nationally is an issue.
It is. It's and unfortunately it continues to bob its head up at different levels with different interpretations of this magnificent game. And as we've seen today, this is a fantastic sport. It's a community sport. It's one that builds people, and it builds communities, and it keeps the rural and metropolitan sectors alive. I've got a son playing metropolitan football in Sydney, and here we are in country South Australia, and we know that this time of the year all over Australia there's clubs that are trying to survive, but some are thriving, some aren't, and I think we need a bit of a broader mind think on a whole range of factors around our wonderful sport, and it's unique to our country.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more with most of what you said there. And I just think that people need to realise that the AFL will survive if you're not sitting on the couch screaming at your TV, but your local clubs need you to show up.
Totally agree.
And not just show up, spend a couple of dollars over the bar. Things are tough at the moment, but use a little bit of spare change, buy a sausage and onion, buy a beer if you can afford it, buy a raffle ticket, take your kids to the footy, let them see some role models, and if you really want to do something good for your community, volunteer, put your hand up.
Yeah, too right, it's vital we do that. It only takes an extra $5 just to, by everybody, just to put it back into your community, and the whole community benefits. So I'd like to move on and acknowledge the fantastic season of Barossa Light and Gawler women football. We've got the opportunity.
Absolutely. I had the honour of calling the BL&GFA grand final a few weeks ago. Tanunda breaking through for their inaugural co-op BL&GFA premiership. It was just a high quality game, and great to see the Tanunda girls get up.
Absolutely, and I think overall we're seeing nationally again, last night in front of, I believe, the pre-game at the MCG would have seen close to 50,000 people watch the Port women take care of the Western Bulldogs ladies, and I think as we see, as I was involved with Auskick when my sons were coming through, and we saw more and more girls coming through, and that filtration and that education and those skills are starting to really shine, and the quality of the sport offering is outstanding, and again, it creates depth of our wonderful sport in our communities.
It does, and not just the senior level, the junior levels of football at the grand final played at Williamstown a few weeks ago, was magnificent.
In some would say fairly difficult conditions too.
It was actually really good conditions.
I mean,
Beautiful day. The ground was
fairly heavy.
A little bit heavy, but the girls played some great football, and there's a genuine pathway there for a lot of those girls to go to the next level.
Oh, without a doubt. And have a look at what Central District's girls winning a premiership last year, the year before, and where they are going forward, and the divisional football that's being played. And now with a very successful AFLW competition, which is again probably the exemplar of defining how the game's played in a way that the consistency of rule and interpretation is there, which is really good. And to see it, I think even goal of the year, mark of the year for the girls is the same value as the boys. So there's a lot of those things that are happening that are really good. And when I was president of Tanunda Footy Club starting in 2014, that women's footy kicked off, and it's great to see that happens. So, but it's cracking day here at Freeling. The kids are out having a kick and catch, and we're just going to take a 5-minute break to powder our noses and refresh ourselves, and we'll come back.
We'll see you soon for the second half.
Thank you very much.
Silence is bad in the coverage. We saw the tumble roll here. It's like, yeah, okay. Where did you actually start? About here.
Oh, it's about there. It's about there.
Yeah, he got stripped off, then he jumped out here.
Makes you hungry just looking at it, doesn't it?
Hanging in the bottom. Oh, wow. There you go. Take that out. Yeah, no, we definitely haven't had enough rain to fill it. Trap out. I put a new rain gauge up. We've got a dust catcher.
Come here.
Supposed to be 2 or 3 days of rain coming across, and anything could be anything from 5 mil to 50 mil. We're not sure.
There's a big low forming, so.
Yes, big low forming. That was the streaker earlier in the match.
We're back in live. We're talking about the weather,
Yes.
actually. So, yeah.
So welcome back. Live stream 2024 second semi-final coming to you from Freeling, Barossa Light and Gawler footy at its finest. Joining me in commentary, I've got the voice of Tanunda, Dane Eggleton.
Thanks, Michael. And it's great to be here and watching such a high quality game of football as both the Willaston side and the Tanunda side huddle up nice and tight, getting prepared to go into battle for the second half. And I think going back to our commentary before the half-time break, that we do expect this really tight struggle to hopefully break open with some of those names that we mentioned before. But indicative of both of these sides, they will not give an inch. It will be an arm wrestle to the end. I don't expect either side to break away from the other.
No, I think that what we've seen so far is the template for what we're going to see for the rest of the game. Both teams are really accountable, just playing dour, tight football.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just a quick shout out to my mate Tim Neldner, going to his birthday this evening, so I'm looking forward to that. He's turned 50.
So 21 with a little bit of experience.
Just a little bit of experience, and if we go to the final series in the AFL, second quarter, 10 minutes and 44 seconds in, well, at the SCG, the Giants are 35 to the Swans 16.
Well, that's an interesting result so far.
Absolutely.
But back to where it really matters. Players getting back to their positions now. Hoskins getting plenty of attention in the midfield again. Ball up. Falkenberg with the back tap. Beautiful take out of the middle.
Quick kick by Wildman deep into the forward 50. And Trainer
dropped what he should have taken.
Oh,
he looks like he's sore.
He was met very heavily by Clinch coming the other way in a front-on contact there.
And Tanunda cannot afford anything to happen to Trainer.
No, not at all. He's got himself up. He's walking back. He will be kicking from 40 metres out, directly in front, in probably the best start that you could actually ask
and
for.
The wind is a little bit going over his shoulder, not directly towards goal. So he'll have to hang it towards the left-hand side. Connects nicely, but...
Has he hung it out?
He has hung it out to the right, so a minor score to start the quarter. That'll take Tanunda to 6-5-41 on the Birds Barossa scoreboard, leading Willaston 4-4-28.
Indeed. So that's a bit of a missed opportunity there directly in front. It didn't look like he really got onto the connection right. But Ashfry is bringing the ball out deep from full back.
Long out to that defensive side. No one touches it.
No one touched it, and it would be last touch for a kick, I believe.
Tanunda to bring the ball back. They do just that. They go high. Really holds up.
There's a whistle. And the ball's to be returned for some reason. Who's that? Young, that's Falkenberg there kicking the ball. No, he's going to hand it over to Wildman.
Handball's off. Wildman goes short.
There's a fantastic mark there taken by Cohen.
Really good grab under a lot of pressure.
That is a fantastic mark. And he plays on. He's keen. Having a shot. And a mark by, almost on the line by Smith.
Just through for a minor score. So Fry looking to go. He's thinking about coming the near side. He's got players on offer.
It's almost the play you've got to make.
Risk.
Smith has spoilt that. Oh, and
good smother. Schiller now grabs the ball. He's wrapped up.
Indeed. Tanunda have got this thing locked in the first couple of minutes into the forward 50.
Good tap there for Tanunda.
Isaiah McKenzie through the ball. He's been adjudicated as throwing it.
So a free kick going the way of Tanunda. Who's getting the free kick?
Is it Sam Cahoon? It's the man you want.
That is exactly who they would want.
Absolutely.
And this, he has got the wind going from right to left here.
Umpire doesn't know exactly where the mark is, but he's found a spot now. And Cahoon is well and truly inside his range here.
Yes.
Kicking from 48 metres. Breeze at his back. It's set up perfectly. Nice steady run in and approach as
very
expected.
measured. And hits that
beautifully, but it's just
beautifully, but the wind just took it across to the right.
Left-hand post for me. Should have been left-hand post, but anyway.
And
3 shots on goal in the first.
You are exactly the person who should be advising the best kick in the competition.
Without a doubt. And the ball's come straight back into the forward 50 into a contest.
And kick out of the middle there for Willaston into space. Wildherder, what a pickup. Gave the handball off. Didn't really hit a target though.
Thomas Hahn. Good handball out to Porter. Porter clears the ball out to the wing. Race on. Clinch overruns the ball. Watson in the mix there. And it goes out over the line. That wind is really having a profound effect.
It definitely has picked up in strength. And we're going to see a lot of play over on that flank once again.
Young Collins there. What an outstanding mark.
Really got overhead.
And he's going to play on fast.
I think that could be an instruction from Colquhoun. Everyone just play on.
That's it. Pace on the ball with a young Tanunda player. And that is an outstanding goal by young Darcy Thompson from the forward pocket. That was fantastic attack at the ball. And I think you're absolutely right there, Teeks. There seems to be an instruction now to break the game open, to play it on fast.
Which puts a lot of pressure back onto Willaston to have to react.
Yeah, well,
do they throw caution to the wind and go the other way at the same speed?
Indeed. It's
turn it into a shootout. Tanunda believe that they've got the firepower.
What could be seen as a very undermanned Tanunda side is holding their own very well, and it's these younger players, the lads that have come up from the Colts and played a fair bit of twos football actually, that are coming up and really adhering to the game plan.
Evans with the tap there. Hoskin, he's wrapped up straight away. Colquhoun doing the job. Sorry, Wildman.
Wildman's role in the middle there has been fantastic.
Falkenberg with the tap.
Ball spills coming out to the near side wing, and there's a free kick being called for holding, and it's going Willaston's way. Going on Hoskin. Hoskin's played.
Who has been held for a lot of the day.
Handball
out. Handball there.
That's a great smother.
That kick smothered. And you've got two Tanunda players wrapping things up there.
That is, I believe, unfortunate call. The Willaston player did have the ball and went down, and the two Tanunda players trying to nullify have inadvertently gone high, and it's been called directly in front of goals. That's the luck of the moment, unfortunately.
That is, absolutely. You go for the ball, you give yourself a chance.
That's it.
So he will be kicking from probably 30 to 35 metres out.
This is young Deacon Davis that we talked about. And he's pushed it behind the stick there.
Just offline.
That would have been his first shot on goal today, I
That
believe.
is. And he
Didn't look
needs to
convincing.
have a big second half.
Did not look convincing. Gers with the ball, an elite kick. The ball's been spoiled. Cahoon has got the ball and has been called high. Let's get a little bit of extra treatment under there. Young Fry.
Again, not young.
Younger than me, mate. I'll take that position. Cahoon moves off. Out to Guilfoy.
Guilfoy just assessing his options here. Going to go back from where it came.
Gers deep in that back pocket now. Just a bit of a gameplay here, setting up. He wants to go long.
Goes right along the line.
Collins with a
Big fly at the back.
mark.
That's the second big mark he's taken already in this quarter.
And he takes off with pace.
His confidence is growing. Big fly. Willaston at the front of the pack. Watson almost sharked it.
And the ball spills. Thompson has blown the ball out over the boundary line, unfortunately. Just a little bit of nerves there by the young fella, you might think. But the ball's progressed deep into the forward 50 for Tanunda to be brought back in, I believe, by Childs.
He goes long down the line.
Ruckman fly, that's a
big
good mark
fly
there.
from the back. Read that well in flight.
That's young Mazio that's got the ball there.
Comes in the middle. He's got Holloway.
Holloway was
Holloway
brave there.
turns and burns.
And Hoskins has found
Got
his way
Hoskin in
50.
space.
And that's,
And
no
he'll
contest
go
there.
back and take a shot on goal. He'll be kicking from 40 to 45 metres out, and probably the most sheltered spot on the ground to be kicking from.
Well, he's a bit concerned about where he's going to kick from because he was very adamant about marking his position.
I think that's just professionalism. A little bit of mind games, just letting the umpire know that he's on top of it. Beautiful kick from the former Sandford player. That's the goal Willaston really needed.
Absolutely needed that.
His 29th major of the season.
So Justin Oskin, again, adds to the Willaston score, but there is no multiple goal scorer for Willaston on the page.
No.
It's indicative of how tight this contest has
But
been.
for only one multiple goal scorer for the day in Henry Voigt.
Exactly. So this wind has really played a huge part in what's going on.
Ball back in the middle. Evans runs around Falkenberg, got the tap back. Fry, another kick out of the air. Doesn't really work this time. Been chopped off by Dowse. Benny Schiller on his hands and knees behind play.
Yeah, I'd suggest he's been dealt with. We'll have to.
I might be counting the plums.
Might be. If I if I was a Willaston player that had done that to young Benjamin, you might be wondering about what happens next with regards to a tackle if you've got the ball, because
Evans pushes his opponent out the way, took the ball,
Wildman's got clean hands there.
just sends the ball in the other direction, but trainer's well spoiled. So I'll have a boundary throw in almost on the wing outer side. As you can see, the flagpole there showing just how powerful this breeze is.
Wildman grabs the ball, and there's been a whistle. This again for a shallow throw-in.
Yes, re-throwing.
bring the
The wind really pushing in the ball being thrown in there. As soon as you get some height on it, the wind is catching. Does so again, but that's better.
Falkenberg's tap down to Hahn. Hahn, quick kick, forward scrubby kick. Smith overruns it, but Trainer spoils the ball.
Watson with that kick.
Then outside of the foot, Jack May couldn't grab the ball, and the tackle by Griffiths is fierce, and they lock the ball up in deep in Tanunda's forward 50. Smith down to the Willaston, Isaiah McKenzie, the quick ball out. Fry with a great mark.
Yeah, Fry, he's standing up for his team. Goes quickly on the left.
Hoskin out
He's
the
got
back.
Hoskin in space. That little kick puts it out in front for Waldhuter. Under pressure, he was really dealt with there. Couldn't mark
Porter,
it.
and
Great
then
recovery from the Tanunda defenders.
Fry.
And that's a big mark from Fry once again.
Yep.
He chips the ball into the middle, finds Mondello. Mondello goes wider again. Finds the alpha, Tyson Earlham.
The Tanunda defence has dropped back, so it'll go to a contest here.
And Izzy McKenzie, a little bit of a push there. Calm down, Daniel.
Touch play on. Going to go out.
So that'll be a boundary throw in. Crowd really starting to get fired up.
Some advice being given by some of the brain surgeons around us. Let's go there with the ball. Watson fighting hard. McKenzie gets the ball.
Bursting.
And a
With
great,
no right foot. Goes on his left now. And
behind the
just
stick.
misses.
great pressure there by young Thomas Hahn.
Needed a right foot on that occasion.
Absolutely.
Tanunda bringing it back in straight away.
Campbell Wildman makes the most of
Takes the bounce.
the pace and the space. Goes nice and long. Young
Finds Colhoun.
Hamish Martin long goes through. Jack Mayer's got a great bounce, uses his skill.
Went on the outside of the boot.
Griffiths, tug jumper there, but kept control of the ball. Jack Mayer at the bottom of the pack again. There's a bit of pressure being brought to bear, and a few actions that aren't probably defined in the rule book at the moment.
Evans with the tap down.
Thomas Hahn and Evans battling.
Beautiful pick up
Wildman.
there. That's a really good entry kick, but well chopped off.
Absolutely. Clinchy just walks it back under pressure, and that's justified. Just a cool head back there, isn't he? Michael Clinchy's just got this
Just
great
class.
skill. Yeah.
He comes out, finds Earlham.
Earlham's trying to go long and hard, and Smart spoils the ball beautifully.
That's beautiful work from the young man.
The crowd applaud excellent defence, and he's off for a break while he's at it. Ball in, deep throw. Falkenberg wins the tap again. Fry grabs the ball quickly and goes to Henschke. Henschke's giving the handball off very quickly.
Here comes Hoskin. First bounce,
McKenzie.
one bounce, two bounces.
Drives it long inside forward 50. Douse is going back, and it's out of bounds for a throw in.
Offline, so it'll be a last touch. Tanunda bring it back into Schiller.
Quick ball in.
Schiller goes short, finds Collins.
The man who's everywhere. Collins looking for Watson. Watson's found amazing space there.
Watson juggles it.
Good control. Watson goes long to a contest, and the taller Fraser spoils young Jack May. Starting to see the pace of the game open up, and Tanunda seem to be moving it
Evans
quicker and
to the
cleaner.
front.
That's a fantastic tackle. Had no chance for any prior disposal.
Ryan Watson really coming into his own now. Good tap from the Willaston ruckman there.
Watson in there again, in and under.
He is
Watson and Walton in and under, and they're just it's an arm wrestle.
Two rabid dogs who will not stop.
That's it. No.
Free kick, holding the ball.
No, it's
For a sling tackle?
Dump tackle, yeah. Hahn barely had the ball. Dump tackle, ball jarred free.
So Hahn can drive Tanunda into attack now. Does just that. Willaston had the size back there with Child.
And there's been a quick snap by Jack May, who has snapped the ball out of nowhere to
That's a goal.
to kick a goal.
Jack May's first of the day.
The value of the small forward that can crumb, and as a few people that might be watching were watching on Thursday evening, the damage that small forwards did in
Just
the...
let it go, Dan.
It was...
Let it go.
It's hard to watch, but hey, you got to be there and be at the full of the ball, and that's where Jack May was right then. Take your opportunity when they're presented, and that takes Tanunda to a very handy lead here at 16.5 minutes in the third quarter with the scoreboard, with Tanunda at 56, 20 points ahead of Willaston, 36.
Quick ball out now. Wildman again, he really is taking this game under control. Griffith, he's going to drive the ball deep into the forward line, onto the left. Two Willaston players fly against each other.
There's a fire. There's a scrap on for the ball in the forward 50 deep. There's a Willaston player down at the back too. I think a very hard contest there. He's up now. Bit of a hobble. Ruck contest. Ball out. Mason Feltus, the young junior from Tanunda,
He kicks a beautiful left foot kick around the corner. That is as good a roving snap as you will see.
Mason Feltus makes it Tanunda's 8th goal kicker today. A fantastic spread.
And that's exactly what the Magpies needed with their understrength side.
Yeah, all those lads stepping up, and a couple of young ones there with young Thompson and young Feltus there stepping up. These lads are still Colts footballers, so it's really good to see the uplift in talent. And you know, Willaston have been absolute champions of doing that for a very long time too.
Wildman going head-to-head with Hoskin at the stoppages now. As we see Jaden Watson with a quick handball there. That bounce, really unfortunate. Big tackle as they came through. A lot of physicality now.
Yeah, we're going to see it, I think, tighten up a little bit here. Willaston have a game
with
plan.
the tap. Fry looked like he was about to run onto it.
Oh, that's it. That's great reading the ball. Griffiths overran the ball there. Unfortunate bad bounce.
Fraser sending it back in.
Well spoiled. Cahoon with the immediate pick up and tackle. Not much you can do about that.
No, he was wrapped up immediately. So we've got a ball up probably 40 metres out from Willaston's goal.
Falkenberg again.
With the tap.
And
Play was taken high in that tackle by Schiller.
That's the skipper. Tyson Erling going back to have a shot on goal from there. He'll be kicking from about 46 metres out.
And I did question his distance ability earlier in the year, and I was proven wrong, and I was told well and truly by some Willaston people last week, so I will not doubt his ability to make this distance today.
I suppose we just wait and see what happens here, don't we? You think a man of his experience should
he
be
is
able
the
to,
alpha down at Willaston. Connects
I believe
nicely.
he tugged it to the side. Oh, he's hit the post. Oh. Definitely had the distance. Ball out to Cahoon from Douse. Douse to receive it back from Cahoon with a clear run out the middle. That's a... Oh, and Gers drops the mark he should have taken. He'll be reeling that.
Willaston driving back in now. That kick probably a little bit too low.
Bit hopeful. And Douse again with the ball to...
He goes real short. Finds Wildman, who's dealt with after he took the mark. Hoskin treading a fine line there.
Very much so. Given the
Wildman to
precedent.
play on, which he's done all quarter.
Griffiths up. Lots of Willaston blokes around.
Holloway, that handball missed the target.
There's some pressure here.
Jaden Watson, he's got 4 Magpies circling.
Absolutely. And it's a stalemate here on the near side.
So we'll have a ball up almost right in front of our commentary position.
Ball up by Hudson Nowak. Max Fraser
Great take
send
there,
off, and it was declared as high.
Yeah, and that's an excellent call from the umpire.
Yep.
He was in perfect position, umpire Nowak. Made the right call straight away.
There was almost no need for him to do that, because he could have turned and kicked. He almost took the player on.
Everyone wants to do it these days.
Oh.
Beautiful work there through the middle. That kick lets Willaston down badly.
Absolutely.
Trent Gers read it nicely. He sends the ball back
That's
the other way.
a drilled ball to Mason Feltus. Quick hands off to that man Collins on the wing, who drives the ball deep into forward 50 into a on clinch on
Michael
Watson.
Clint in a very tight marking contest. Brings the ball back out to the near side. Willaston just moving it nicely now. There's Mondello.
Well, it's a bit of a chippy ball.
Short to Jaden Watson, who gets a free kick for over the shoulder.
Bit of a tap on the head. Some calls for the ball. He's had to call to play on. Long and high.
The corner. Wildhooter, a little nudge under the ball there. Colhoun at the back. He mops it up.
Good handball across to Guilfoy. Guilfoy out to Gers.
Who's run down by Wildhooter.
That was a great chase. Young Feltus stands up in a very, very hard tackle in contact and gets his own ball back. Drills it deep in the forward line. The pace at which the ball is bouncing around here is huge.
Beautiful pick up there, but what a tackle. This game has gone up a notch. We didn't think it could.
It's absolutely elevated. It's opened up. The pace on the ball is
The
huge.
hits have gotten even harder.
Null and void contest. Hand punch back in. Tanunda is set up behind the ball.
Guilfoy just watches it go. Teammates at it. Orders there.
And Benny Schiller takes the tackle from Wildhooter.
And he won't mind that one little bit, Benny.
Again, we keep going back to Todd Falkenberg in the ruck contest has been supreme.
Immense.
Absolutely.
I've not seen him play a game this good ever.
No, he's just growing in stature each contest, I believe.
Big tap on that occasion. Fry with the kick out of the contest. Fraser with a juggling almost mark. Ball pops out to Hoskin. Hoskin. That is a really good goal from the superstar. And he becomes Willaston's first multiple goal kicker of the day. And that just breathes a little bit of life back into the Donnybrooks.
That was just open space. Happened to be the right side with that breeze. Get it up there, make it work, and bloody put your boot through the ball.
Perfect delivery to him for a right footer though. That's knowing your teammates and going to their strength. So ball back in the middle.
9-7-61 plays 6-7-43 on the Burge-Barossa scoreboard. And for all of the domination, 3
Austin
goals.
wrapped up immediately by Wildman. Put into the turf.
3 goals probably doesn't reflect the dominance for Tanunda in the...
Almost 24 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. And Hoskin just took that ball beautifully out of the middle. Low kick. And a beautiful pass on that occasion. And there he is, the man I've been waiting for.
It's great work by young Ryan there. That was a beautiful delivery.
So now we have a chance for Enrique Mazzeo. Looking at his second goal of the day. Wind drops off just before he kicked that.
A bit behind the stick there.
And just offline. So a real let off for Tanunda there. 2 quick goals would have been great for Willaston. Would have given them a bit of momentum going into the final quarter.
Well, indeed. Quality of the football this quarter has been outstanding.
I didn't think it could get any more intense after that first half, but we've been proven wrong.
Indeed. So we've got Wildman just receiving the ball back.
Not in any hurry. He knows it's late in the quarter. He's not in a rush.
That's experience for you. That's a few games at the highest level around in South Australia. At SANFL level shows you that.
Plays on down the outer side, goes long. That is a huge kick with the wind.
Going out to the neutral side of the oval, and Collins again.
Collins is wrapped up, but he gets the handball away. But Willaston player was able to run onto it, but ran out of room over the boundary line. So I'll have a boundary throw in almost on the 50-metre arc.
Tanunda be looking forward to the siren going, I believe, just to hold on to this, just under 3. Wow, what a punch by Big Falkenberg. An attack on the ball there by young Thompson, 100%. And again, he's backed it up with a fantastic tackle.
The young players from Tanunda have really stepped up and said, this is our time.
That's it.
Falkenberg with another tap.
Watson with a brilliant tackle there again to nullify it, and we can only be seconds away from the siren going, I believe. So
26 minutes and 40 seconds gone. We will have a little bit of time on.
I believe that that's been called play on. Fantastic work by young Griffith to tackle the ball and nullify it. It's gone out of bounds.
So we're going to boundary throw in, much to Tanunda's disgust.
Two big boys going at the ruck again, if they can get there. And they're going to call it back for another throw in, I believe. This boundary umpire's had a little bit of difficulty out there today just to get it in the distance required.
The wind really has made their job very difficult today.
Absolutely. That's a better throw. Well done. Evans takes it clean out the ruck.
That kick around the corner from Mackenzie.
Douse blocks the ball but didn't take it. And then the tackle has been laid. Skipper Smith there. Westhoff takes the ball, and again it's neutralised on the ground.
So Willaston pressing here. They need a late score.
They do, and they're perfectly situated for it.
Tap down from Falkenberg. Comes to Hoskin. Hoskin's dispossessed. Mackenzie couldn't quite corral it.
It hasn't been called a free kick, but ball's out heading towards Tanunda's line.
Colhoun happy to see that over the line.
Well, I don't think so. It's last touch gets the ball in. So unfortunately, yeah. But there we go.
Play on immediately. Big fly.
Huge mark there, whoever that was from Tanunda. I think that's been played. That's Falkenberg again.
Again, just
Mountain
having the game of his life.
Long kick down the line. Well, the Willaston players spoiled each other then. Lack of talk. And it's been neutralised. Just Tanunda side of the halfway line. Halfway mark on the outer wing. Ruck tap. Willaston out. But Collins again takes the ball and neutralises again. With
and Falkenberg's game really is sort of hinting at something special for Tanunda if they do go through to the grand final, as they're looking a good chance to. Anguston not blessed with a lot of strength in the ruck department.
No.
So, and Willaston as the other potential matchup, he really will go in with a lot of confidence. As the siren goes to end the third quarter.
Absolutely.
The premiership quarter, as they often call it. Tanunda managing to keep their momentum. 9 goals 7. 61, leading Willaston 8-8.
6-8.
6-8-44 on the Birds Barossa scoreboard. What a quarter we just saw.
What a fantastic quarter, and 3 goals to 2 in that quarter, and just a lot of open play and some really, really big physical hits. It was the young Tanunda players that really stepped up in that forward 50 with an amazing clutch goal to Feltus, and a great
roving goal from May.
And the goal from Thompson. So it was the 3 smaller players, that fleet of foot at the ball, at the fall of the ball. It's been really fantastic for Tanunda.
Just great effort. Wildman was massive for the Magpies that quarter. Not just getting the ball himself, playing on and setting the tone, but his physicality around the contest and shutting down the likes of Hoskin on repeated occasions.
Absolutely. Just when Hoskin looked like he was going to break the game open and dominate, he got shut down again. He wasn't given any free space to find, that right boot. And the one goal he did kick that quarter was outstanding. And it's just one of those things where you needed the second one to get a roll on, and they never got a chance to.
It's not a match-winning margin by any length.
No.
Who is in better position at the moment? You've got to say Tanunda have got an advantage. They are kicking to the left, which is slightly favoured. I know they will be kicking to the right, so slightly into the wind.
Slightly into the wind. I think having the near 3-goal buffer is very, very handy. But it's going to take a special something for not only to keep honouring that defence, but also then push into attack. Willaston won't give up.
Willaston have kicked 6 goals for the game. They're going to need to kick at least 5 to get the win this quarter.
Without a doubt, because Tanunda will kick a couple. And, that it's going to be their first 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes, if Willaston were able to string 1 or 2 quick ones, it's back on. But if Tanunda were to get the first 1 or 2, you could almost feel it break open. But I don't know, it's too close to call. I'm not prepared to do that. Just want to shout out to all of our sponsors here for the broadcast today at the Barossa and Gawler second semi-final at Freeling for Barossa and Gawler Football Association, major sponsor Burge Barossa, and we've got Sharon, A. Stiller Coopers, Belgravia Apparel, the Injury Hub, West End,
Gawler Caravan
Park. Sorry, my glasses aren't.
Central Districts Football Club, Maxi Plast, and the Vine Inn.
Absolutely, and g'day to...
and also the community store, the Co-op, who are the major sponsors of the BL&GFA competition.
Absolutely. Shout out to the lads at Block Wines that are just having a few frothies this afternoon listening. I've got a couple of text messages. So there you go, boys. Enjoy that. And... honestly, big crowd, good atmosphere, played in the right manner. Really fantastic example of country footy.
Beautiful football. Well, not open-flowing football at times, but this is old-fashioned, bone-crunching, intense football that we purists love to see.
Absolutely. Semis, prelims, usually the best games to watch, to be honest. For a majority of the time, I think that... there's desperation, there's hunger, there's grit, and you really, if you're blessed with a second chance, you're going to go into it sore after this one. If you come away with a win today, you get the extra week off to lick your wounds, hopefully get a couple extras back on the deck, and it's all or nothing the week after.
Absolutely, setting up for a great finish to the 2024 season. There's 2 games and 1 quarter left. This quarter, will we see the intensity go up yet again? We didn't think we could see it last quarter, and they gave us something special. Will it go even higher?
I think there's going to be some special acts here. These two are renowned for not giving each other a quarter. Even when neither of them were competing for premierships, they come up against each other, there is a whole different level of intensity in this competition.
There's dislike. There's genuine dislike.
Hey, mutual respect, dislike, but it's historical, and there's just a hardness to it, and that's not a bad thing. But the field hasn't even cleared yet, and you can see Thomas Hahn and Hoskin already on the push and shove as we wait for players to resume their positions, umpires to get into their spots. The spectators to take their positions off of the playing surface.
Not in any hurry.
A big field and a big crowd here today, a few thousand people. And I see the Tanunda A-grade women over here just enjoying the ongoing celebrations of their success.
I think I'd better stay away from them.
They'll eat you alive, mate. All right, we're ready for the last quarter.
Ball up. Evans with the first tap.
Quick out by Earlham. The old shock and bounce.
Donna Wills with that kick off the outside of his boot. A real shank. Ash Fry
There's a free kick given to Ben Schiller
Tracks
for a
it
holding.
down, but Schiller will clear the area.
Delivers back to Wildman. Just his composure at all stages, Wildman, has been exactly what Tanunda's needed after a few retirements. Big contest out in the wing. Falkenberg's claimed the mark.
Wildman really did need to step up in the absence of Doherty.
With Doc going, with
Feltus
Louis
out.
and Louis Cowham
And
and
Snowden.
Feltus and Snowden, it's been there's a lot of talent out of this Tanunda side to come back in yet. So stalemate there again. The two rucks go at it hard. Cahoon's trying to get the ball. Earlham
went off the deck.
Oh, Douse got beaten by the ball.
Beautiful pickup.
Collins again off the wing, drives it long. Missed mark there by the Willaston player, and young Darcy Thompson wraps up his opponent there in Deacon Davis, who's moved back into defence.
That's an interesting move. Not sure I've seen that all year.
Cahoon with a quick kick.
Davis
Knocked
messed up
ball.
that handball.
Clinch. No, good tackling and good football.
Clinch saved Willaston there. That really was a terrible handball from Davis.
Smith down.
Watson tried to get that kick away. It went into a Willaston player's arms, running away from the contest. That was
Mondello
excellent.
passes the ball out. Down to Matteo.
Mazzeo kicks the ball inboard. He's got Wildherder in some space.
That's a great kick there.
Well weighted.
It's the move that Willaston need, but are they going to be able to complete it? It's a blast, and it's gone a long way, and it's bounced for a behind.
So probably a wasted opportunity there for Willaston. They had space to work with.
See Wildherder's point, he saw the open goal square, so it was to go in, but just misguided kick and probably just a yard too far, to be honest, for these conditions.
Tanunda coming out the near side.
Wildman's long ball. Smith to contest. Wildherder.
Quick hack kick.
Back to Wildman.
Just waxing between themselves. Wildman
Long
comes
ball out.
along. Falkenberg
Being held, I believe.
really did do a lot of work there. He's been paid a free kick. Was
Yeah.
that all the mark?
Outstanding. Goes long down the line. Griffith's got a contest here. And Clinch just in front with all that
Clinch, too
experience.
good. Great pair of hands. He goes short into the middle.
Mackenzie plays on immediately.
Mackenzie.
Steps around.
That little kick wasn't quite far enough.
Childs with a long ball into the forward 50. And there's a massive leap there over the back, and there's young Mazzeo.
Mazzeo with another goal. That's his second of the game. Beautiful crumbing, but good quick ball movement from Willaston.
Well, it had to happen. We figured as much, and Isaiah Mackenzie's move to immediately play on after the mark was paid
Almost
dividends.
ran into trouble, but that second step around, that little bit of candy, just threw everyone off.
Absolutely. It had to happen. They've pushed hard into the forward 50, and you have to say, with the advantage of the breeze coming from the near side boundary, is benefiting them at the moment. It's set itself up now with only 11 points between the two sides for a very tight
Game
contest.
on.
Two big boys are lining up in the middle again.
Evans got the better of that.
Falkenberg gets the ball out.
That quick kick around the corner. Well read. Almost a mark taken, but great work to get the ball out by hands.
Snap by young Hamish Martin. Jack Mayer's got the ball. This is the man you want. And he's found young Darcy Thompson deep in the pocket.
That's calm under pressure.
Fantastic work by young Hamish Martin. Again, a 20-year-old lad, former Bulldog medalist as the best in the BL&G Colts, and Colts captain here at Tanunda. And just to hold his nerve for an extra step, get it deep, ride the bump. Darcy Thompson coming in, be kicking from 38 metres.
Connects nicely. He's happy with it. His teammates are thrilled.
And that is his second goal for the day for the late sub in. So fantastic work there by the young fellas. And again, we see the benefit of that small and pacey up forward. So a great response there for Tanunda from the quick goal by Willaston. So just pushes it out again.
So Tanunda really starting to expose Willaston's lack of speed around the ground.
Particularly in the back half, I think. They're very good, but just that lack of speed in the back half. That's an unlucky bounce, and Fry pumps it long into forward 50. Mazzio takes a huge leap.
Couldn't complete the mark.
No.
The players dive on it. So umpire Nowak will take control again with another ball up.
Watson tries to get the ball out.
Wills couldn't quite get his hands to it.
Stacks on the mill.
There's Watson going at it again at the bottom of the contest.
No love lost between these two.
Fry very slow to get to his feet after that. Evans with a great handball back to Mazzeo.
It's a high ball. It's going to take everything to mark it. Young Collins tracking it out there.
Players in pursuit.
Can't quite see who's on the bottom there, but it's a Willaston player.
We will have a ball up almost at the boundary.
Collins watches the ball go over the line.
So we'll have another boundary thrown a little bit further towards Willaston's goal.
The crowd is pensive, I've got to say. There's not a lot of noise going on, and a lot of fingernails being bitten off, I reckon.
Well, no one really knows what's happening.
Well, I think that was a play for a free kick there by a ruckman, but stalemate again.
Umpire's too smart to fall for that.
Young Hudson Nowak's fantastic umpire. Great ruck tap down to Thompson. Thompson goes high.
Big fly, no mark taken, so we'll have a boundary throw in front of the Lindock Motors sign.
Seven and a half minutes played with a goal each in this quarter. It's the arm wrestle we thought it might be, but will it break open?
Evans gets his hand to the ball there. Really couldn't get it to any of his midfielders.
No, and I think the dominance of Falkenberg's starting to be shown with it. Evans starting to wrap the arm a bit more and those sorts of things, but they're still managing to hold it down. Watson and Fry at the bottom of the pack again.
They are really going at each other.
Particularly liking each other today. Big ruck tap by
beautiful work there from...
Was that young...
Mazzeo.
No, Mondello, I reckon.
Sorry.
There's a bit going on off the ball as well. It continues to happen. It's, umpires are going to have to watch this. Erlen gets spoiled. Quick kick out didn't work. Hoskins with the ball. That's going to be called holding the ball. So Cahoon plays on quickly. Griffiths has turned his back to the ball. And, well, that's man.
A really good mark. No.
Was it? Brady Cormack. Hard contest there. Wowee. There was a contest down in the forward 50 with only two players in it. Both of them fell, and it was the Tanunda player that came up with the goods. So,
excellent mark there from Clinch, just reading the play better than everyone. Drives the ball long. That's a beautiful kick. Big fly. No one can handle it. Watson at the bottom. If that kick is smothered, and a beautiful gather. That's into space. That eluded
young Thompson there. He's got the handball out, and there's that man Wildman. He's back, bouncing the ball off his own toes, trying to get it out.
He's smothered.
Cahoon has been done for
holding the ball.
Holding the ball, and there's
quick
an
play on,
kick.
And there's a player loose in the goal square and an easy mark. This is what Willaston need.
Just a quick turnover there. Mistaken ball handling, and you have to pay it. It pays against you very quickly.
And Mazzeo with his third goal of the match.
Comes the game high scorer on the ground. And brings it back to that 11-point margin. Can Tanunda respond?
10.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Second semi-final, 2024, Barossa Light and Gawler Football Association. We're live, Freeling Oval, and this game is still in the balance.
So Tanunda have brought young Mason Feltus on to bring a bit of leg speed into the forward 50.
Which is just what Willaston don't want to see. With their ageing defence, they can't handle any more speed. Another tap from the ruckman Falkenberg.
Wildman drives his opponent into the ground and a fair tackle. That's young Tyson Earlham again in the middle. Neutralising.
Just wrapping up everyone at the moment, Wildman. Good work there by the third man up, and Earlham out the front of the contest, gets that kick away. Woldhuter with a good pickup, back to Henschke, and he's kicked the goal. Back-to-back goals for the Donnybrooks. They are right back in this game.
It's the first time they've kicked back-to-back goals, I believe, in the game.
And we're now 12 minutes into the quarter. That's only a minute and a half between their goals. This is a game on 5 points of difference.
Absolutely, and it's going to take something special now from the Tanunda midfield to get a clean ball out, really, to try and make the most of stopping and slowing down this centre group with Mondello in the middle now for Willaston. It's even more pace.
And
Walton.
Good take from Sam Walton there, the veteran.
Good work by Porter, pushes the ball out deep.
Quick out.
And there's a free kick paid downfield as well.
Paid.
No, free kick's been paid against
Tanunda. Further back. Notice at that stoppage, no McKenzie, no Hoskin for Willaston.
Exactly.
They've injected pace and youth, and they're just going to try and roll the dice. Moving the ball quickly now. Holloway goes long. He's
hit
actually
the post, does he?
He's just missed. That would have been an epic goal.
Well, Tanunda would have, honestly, with no defence deep, Tanunda were exposed.
Didn't have anyone on the mark.
No one in the goal square. Fundamental error there. They're very lucky to get away with that.
But here they are, bringing the ball down to the wing. Big fly. No one got a clean mark. Thought they did, but the umpire said no. 15 blokes touched that. Evans just scrapping away in the ruck.
Thomas Hahn at the bottom of the pack again. It's been a bit quiet in the second half, Tommy Hahn. We expected him to lift, but then again,
he's doing a lot of stuff that doesn't get mentioned.
Absolutely.
Just blocking, putting a body on.
Falkenberg with some big taps there, nearly got out with it. And again, underneath there, we've got young Smart. And is that, no, Walton, no, who's that getting up there?
Oh, it's
Jackson Evans. Yeah.
Big tap from the Tanunda ruckman.
Watson wraps up Clinch.
Clinch, who ran into a wall. Around the corner there goes Mazzeo, high up and under. Woldhuter's there, couldn't quite judge it in the flight, but he recovers, gets the handball away.
Porter spoils the ball out over the line.
That's the furthest Porter's been from Woldhuter all day.
That's it. Schiller and Holloway are still going at it. There's no love lost between those two. Ball back in.
Falkenberg with a really good tap. Players just converge again. We'll have another ball up inside Willaston's forward 50. Donnybrook's really pressing now.
Trent Gers out with a clear ball that's driving it deep into forward 50. Big contest there. All players stacks on the mill, head first in and neutralised.
It's a big fly from Jack Ryan, couldn't complete the mark.
Tanunda really needs to push it in. There's no contest here from the
excellent tap
Tanunda
down
ruck.
there to Mazzeo.
Mazzeo's been done.
Holding the ball.
Yes. Couldn't get it away.
He's still holding on to it.
Yes.
Tanunda go quick by hand.
Wildman drives it deep. Into Griffiths, got a hand of the ball.
So the boundary throw in 25 metres around from Tanunda's goal.
Dangerous position this.
Where's Jack May?
We've got Jack May and Mason Feltus in there. Smith to do the rucking against Evans.
Evans gets his
Clinch
clears the area.
Wildman gets the ball.
Handball toward the line.
Smart.
Goes back.
That's a great kick by
And an excellent foil.
Watson goes in. Smith with the ball. Being held up there.
Desperate defending from the Donnybrooks.
Dylan Jones again, just slowing everything up. Evans and Smith. Quick move by Cahoon.
Wildman smothered there. Just another pack for him. We're going to have a repeat ball up as we are 16, almost 17 minutes gone, final quarter.
Good attack on the ball there, and again the Tanunda players picked up the ball but instantly tackled. Ball up, deep forward pocket, little nudge there by Jackson Evans to clear the space. Guilfoy, great
Beautiful
pick up,
take, goes by hand.
Falkenberg,
Around the corner, chopped off. The run of Holloway, he goes long. And a big fly down there, didn't come off.
Douse.
But there's a good handball on the up. And there's Jaden Watson on the run. He goes in and nails the goal. That is huge. Willaston hit the front for the first time in a long time. That is Jaden Watson to a T. Great small forward.
I'd suggest he was pretty lucky after breaking a tackle and running the athletic did, but you got to get the fast break ball out, and the Tanunda defence, the Tanunda forwards didn't lock the ball in well enough, and it should never have got out like that, and Willaston made them pay for it. So it's pace on the ball, and Hoskins has gone back into the middle.
Evans gets up and over Falkenberg.
Evans is really stepping up now.
Wildman and Holloway, the last one's up. Falkenberg made space, controlled the ball, gets the handball out here to the front of the contest.
Hahn with a long ball into forward 50. It's there for Jared Trainer.
Jared Trainer controlled his space well there. Childs had no chance.
Not a chance.
He had a player in front and a player behind. He had to try and work out which one he wanted to body.
Trainer really needs to make the most of this this shot on goal.
Not an easy shot from here.
No, not at all. With a breeze coming in the side, but he is protected by the trees. He'll be aiming at the right post here, I believe. He's a great kick for goal.
And then hits it beautifully.
He's just slid it across the face.
So a minor score. That's a real let-off for the Donnybrooks. Tanunda have got to find a way to lock this ball in their forward half.
Absolutely. They can't afford to get it out. 1 point ball game.
Hoskin will go long. Down that defensive side.
It's gone long and low, but that's been a mark not taken. Tanunda have got the ball back, but
huge tackles being laid. Just physicality. Almost 20 minutes gone, final quarter.
The winner gets
Hoskin ran onto that, but he was wrapped up immediately from Porter.
backed into it. The winner gets the week off. Licky wounds. The loser has to back it up and come out again next week and come against a rampant Anguston side
with a spoil.
Stacks on the mill. It's all happening in there.
So yes, prelim final next week at Willaston. That's the place to be. Anguston will be taking on the loser of this game.
Pace at the contest again, and you could throw a blanket over about 15 players there at the moment.
It's like Oz kick. Evans completely misjudged that, but Hoskin kicks around the corner. Walton flew, but only got one hand to it. But he sees the ball over the line and then sees himself over the fence with some assistance.
At pace.
Nearly introduced himself to the crowd. Evans gets that punch down.
The Willaston player is wrapped up immediately.
Good tap for Tanunda, but Willaston there out. Holloway with that driving kick. Well defended down there.
Westhoff using all that skill.
Goes, picks the ball up. He's wrapped up immediately in a
and it's going to be a ball in. Tanunda don't need Willaston have it deep inside their forward 50 with a bit of a head full of energy. Willaston couldn't have it in a better
in the
place.
middle of the ground now. He's the sweeper. He will read the ball coming out of defence. If it's a hurried kick, he will just cut it off.
Jackson Evans. No, the ball
Sean
was
Childs is there, goes by hand. And that kick around the corner, that's high. Watson flew from behind, couldn't get to it. So the ball over the line, we'll have another ball up. Sorry, boundary throw in front of the Lindlock motor sign. They've got some great coverage today, Dan.
Today, absolutely.
And Northland Packaging, of course.
Neutral ball on the boundary line there. Nobody, didn't look like anybody wanted to pick it up.
I'd say
Free
they're pretty
kick?
tired out there now.
Free kick been called.
Free
We
kick.
have no idea what for. And it's the most dangerous part of the ground for Tanunda.
So
but,
Willaston taking the kick, and they can put this ball into a really dangerous area. They do just that. Well-Tutor at the front. The plaque collapses onto him. Tanunda player grabbed the ball. He's wrapped up straight away. So we'll have a ball up almost in front of the point post.
Griffiths off for Thompson to come back on.
Willaston player grabbed the ball there, tried to run through. He was wrapped up straight away. So we'll have a ball up. It's boundary throw-in, actually. No?
So 23 minutes gone with a 1 point game. It's
It is a boundary throw-in. Evans with that tap. Ended up with a Tanunda player, and he was immediately under pressure. Willaston just chewing up time at the moment. 23 and a half minutes gone, final quarter.
Tanunda with a quick ball out. And it's been called play on, bounced off the ground.
Stuart Broad would have claimed that.
Indeed. Well, it's lived up to the hype, hasn't it, this game?
It has.
Well read by Earlham.
Tyson Earlham, the captain, doing what captains do.
Porter has spoilt the ball out.
Through for a minor score.
No, it's a boundary throw in at the point post. Very dangerous position here. Valkenburg goes to the ruck. The ball's loose and it's back around over the boundary line. Shadows are getting long. We're seeing the 24 and a half minutes gone in the last quarter here. 1 point ball game. Willaston 10-10-70 playing Tanunda 10-9-69 on the Birch Bros scoreboard. Big ruck punch by Valkenburg again to a Hoskin ball.
Hoskin, who just made sure the ball wasn't getting out. So 1 point lead for Willaston. We are now almost 25 minutes gone, final quarter.
Another big tap there by Tanunda. Frees the ball up, but behind the play, they're going to
Umpire
ball it up again.
Ball it up.
Fry taking his time, is it, to get up?
Waldhuter.
Well, Waldhuter right up there.
He's in the middle now. Just give them some strength around the contest. And I don't think that's a bad move by Willaston. Just big forwards aren't having an impact today. Let the small guys go
Clinch
at
with
it.
the ball, wrapped up. There's one quick kick either way can make a huge difference here. There's a big punch out. Young Feltus moves it forward for Tanunda, but it's that great defence. Although Thomas Hahn has just picked somebody's pocket there, and he continues to do so.
So we have a ball up.
Childs
Half forward
was there.
flank for Tanunda now.
It's the first time in about 7 minutes it's been at Tanunda's end of the ground.
It does feel like that, but this is a dangerous area.
Indeed.
So the Willaston defenders have got to be very aware now.
Good ball
Hoston
out
has
by
got a
Wildman.
full back. See Hoston at the top of the goal square, one-on-one.
Quick movement here by the Tanunda forwards.
Big fly.
That's a huge.
Wow, that is a great mark. That is the
Jones
most important
again.
mark of the day. Dylan Jones having a very good game. He goes lateral, finds a teammate.
I think they'd be.
And a 25-metre penalty.
There is no 50 metre in the competition there, ladies and gents. So definitely 25 metres for creeping over the line.
So Willaston, they're just going to slow things down a little bit here. He goes long. Big contest, no one can mark it. Goes to the back and a huge tackle laid. Just a pile driver into the ground.
Can't help but think these injuries, particularly early injury to Sutcliffe, has had a pretty significant effect on the rotations for Tanunda. They look like they're running out of legs at this stage.
Izzy McKenzie with a fend off in the middle, goes with that big left foot. Well punched away
Smith.
from Smith.
Down to Schiller.
Walton's there, he's happy for that to go over the boundary line.
That's a throw in. So that breeze just picks up again, just comes across the paddocks.
So we're almost 28 minutes gone, final quarter.
Big
That
big
ball out to
punch.
space, Tanunda get that ball moving.
But it's a handball to nobody that's been breaking
And
down.
there they are, Willaston, they messed that one up, but they go back in, get it once
gonna
again.
Go? Where's it going to go from here? Tanunda player being held, and again, looks like young Collins is going to get the ball.
He's had a huge impact on today's
And he
game.
plays on quickly.
Goes along that ball, holds up in the air though. Hoskins is there.
And that's a
He
big
takes
mark.
a great mark. He was being held all the way. And the siren goes. Willaston progress into the prelim final. Willaston progress into the grand final. Tanunda will line up next week at Willaston, trying to reclaim their season.
Absolutely. It's
What a
arm
game.
wrestle. What a game of football.
Final score, Willaston 10-10, 70, beating Tanunda 10-9, 69 on the Birdsboro Roster scoreboard. We've been very fortunate to bring you the game today on the South Australian Footballer. The Barossa Light and Gawler 2024 second semi-final is in the books. Dan, who were the best players for each team? In your eyes?
Firmly, I think best on ground was Todd Falkenberg. He was monumental for everything that Tanunda had to do today. Over the full 4 quarters, I thought he was outstanding. But when it came to the crunch, Childs at centre half back was critical, particularly in the second half, in repelling the forward movements by Tanunda, and some of those the attack from defence was really driven by him, and you can't go past young Dylan Jones there taking the mark of the quarter, to be honest. But you could you could name half a dozen of each side. It was just a classic arm wrestle, 1 point game, not particularly dominated by one element, but the big fella in the middle, to me,
I thought
kept
he was
Tanunda.
monumental, and he'll be devastated with the loss, but that is a huge step in his progress as a senior footballer.
Oh, without a doubt. To ruck all day is testament to where he's at. And I think, as I said earlier, the early injury to Cam Sutcliffe took away the ability to change Voigt into the ruck, and Voigt was well held in the end by Child. So, yeah, that's where it finished up, unfortunately.
Yes, Child's ability to come back into the game after Voigt got on top early and was the most dangerous forward on the ground,
Without a doubt.
was huge.
Yeah. Both sides have a real a wealth of exciting young players, and there's one or two to come back in for Willaston, but I think there's 6 to come back into that first side for Tanunda that can make a real difference. And you get that's why you finish top 2, so that you can have a second chance and have another go at it.
Next week we will be coming to you live from Willaston, Angaston versus Tanunda, prelim final, old foes. That is going to be one of the best matchups that you can want to see.
Absolutely.
Do not miss it. Get to the game if you can. If you cannot get to the game, check it out on the South Australian Footballer. We will be bringing the live stream next week. Myself and probably Craig Dorr, everyone's favourite mispronouncer of names.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, Dan, and enjoy your week off.
Indeed. We'll enjoy Saturday night.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.